Alright, so long ago, beneath crooked roofs and under watchful stars, four souls shared the same last name, if not the same home. We were all bound by blood, but scattered by time, pulled apart by grief, regret, and the weight of secrets left unspoken. Years have since passed. The roads you have walked have been long and loathsome. Some of the paths were chosen, some were thrust upon you. You bled for your beliefs, lied to survive, you dreamed of redemption. You've been haunted by names, faces, and memories that refuse to fade. The land always remembers. Now something stirs, not the warmth of the day, but the folds of the shadow in the corners of your sleep. Quiet spaces each of you breathe, echo of something forgotten, a summons that is long overdue. We will not begin where you were, or where we are currently, but the plan is that we will start to begin where we had left them. As you're there, you see that the forest continues to quiet. You can see that shadows stretch between ancient stones. You can see that the sun continues to come out and shows just a slight little sunrise in the distance. You see that there is a quiet forest clearing that is showing off onto the side. You can see that this clearing itself is leading to carved ancient stones with faded ruins on them. You see there are two individuals, one tall and one adolescent, almost childlike, standing at the edge of the glade looking. As they continue to look, you see that they wear clothes that blend with the trees, and they appear to be almost silently observing, sort of taking in what they see there, watching and waiting. You walk like one who expects betrayal at every bend. It's okay, it's not a weakness, it's instinct. But we must sharpen that instinct into a purpose. Justice is not given, it is hunted, as the older one says to the younger one. He kind of looks down and he points out to the glade. He says, well, it's been a long time. You've been asking lots of questions. But here it is, Fah'zee. As he does, you see Fah'zee not only young, but almost in an adolescence, staring off into this glade on the edge. Fah'zee, do you mind telling me what you look like? Telling the group what you look like?
Well, I'm about 3.5 feet tall, I think, somewhere in there. I have brown hair. I seem to be a very happy chap. I've always got a smile on my face.
Mhm.
So as you see him there, you can see that the two of them are looking over the glade, and he says, I know this is close to the village, but this is where my family is from. And Fah'zee, as you look, you can see this is Variel. Everybody in the group knows Variel. Variel is an elf who became hurt and came to the village. The village had taken care of him. He's been very quiet. He doesn't really talk to anybody. However, he's sort of taken Fah'zee under his wing, and really, it's the only one that really talks to him is Fah'zee, and Fah'zee's the only one that he talks to as well. They seem to go out from days to days, out on their own, kind of doing their own thing.
We disappear into the woods.
Yes, exactly. So as he's there, he says, this veil has been lost in time. You will not find any betrayal here. So listen. And as you listen, you can hear the wind kind of whipping through the trees, and he says, the wind whispers the voices of the great elves that have long since passed. He says, today, we'll train. We're going to work on your skills. He smiles and looks at you.
What are we gonna work on
Mm.
today?
We're going to work on your survival skills. Don't worry. Thornjaw, which you guys all know as his black bear, he says he's out hunting. He'll be around, I'm sure. He's out in the perimeter. Kind of points you, Fah'zee, towards a game trail along the edge of the glade. looks to you and he says, I want you to follow that trail. I want to get around to the other edge. Safe, sound. Let's see how you do.
All right.
Fah'zee, as you start... Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, should I roll a stealth check?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to have you go ahead and roll a survival check. So as you start to move your way out, you start to kind of move along, trying to use your survival skills. Awesome. Nice job. So as you do, you spot there's some subtle twigs, and there's just a small set of tracks that sort of go around the edge that appear to be more advantageous than the others. And he looks to you and he says, good, good. And he taps you on the shoulder. He says, you read the land, not just the signs. The forest will speak to those who listen. You seem to listen well. As you kind of make your way around, you get to the other edge, and you see that Thornjaw is actually, the bear is on the opposite end now of the vale, and he's sort of hunting for berries and whatnot. And you hear Varial kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and he says, shh. He kind of crouches down. He says, do you see it? Fah'zee, do you see it?
What am I looking for?
Kind of points across and he says, Thornjaw. Sorry. Bear to you.
Yes.
He
Yes.
smiles and says, bear to you. He says, did you know he hunts these woods, but he's going to help keep us honest. Your trail is true and your breath is steady. Even the beasts like him give pause. And I need to move across this glade, unseen and unheard, quickly. He kind of points in the direction, and you see him sort of kind of goes from rock to rock and ruin to ruin very quietly and stealthily. I'll have you make a stealth check. So as you're making your way across, you
A little tentative.
you hear a twig snap, and you see Varial looks to you and very sternly, and he says, every leaf remembered your passage. It's better to learn where they are now. Sure. You see Thornjaw kind of sticks his head up as he looks to you or Bear, and then he kind of goes back down to eating. As you sort of get up next to him, you can see Varial standing right next to, in that image, there's the circular sort of almost looks like a donut that's up in the front. And he kind of leans up against it, and he kind of traces his fingers along the edges of the roots that are there. He says to you, Fah'zee, trust is not given lightly. You know that, right?
Yes.
Kind of like a fire. To be tended or left to smolder. You must trust yourself. You must sharpen those instincts. Know where that leaf or that twig is before you step on it. You must know that even those instincts can lead you astray. That's where this purpose steps in. Beacon that leads you through your doubt. Kind of crouches down next to the stone. Traces a line in the dirt and he says, see these roots? They twist and they tangle, much like paths of men. Some grow strong, others wither, but each knows its place. That's the purpose. Yours is not simply to survive, but it's to know the roots dig the deepest. Kind of pauses and looks at you and he says, that moment comes when you stand against the dark. Not be your bow or your blade alone that holds them firm. It'll be the purpose behind it. Kind of ponders the dirt. Fah'zee, I'll have you do an insight check. As you're kind of listening to him and talk, and you hear what sounds like a lesson in, kind of survival, right? Sort of understanding that it's important for you to look for these things. Ariel looks down to you and he says, thinking.
thinking how everything's connected. The grass, the trees, the stones. They're all connected.
Right. Are all connected. But you got the message, right? What this whole thing is about. As he kind of raises his arms and points to the entire veil.
I'm nodding.
Kind of sort of shakes his head almost in sort of like a, you don't kind of understand what he's saying. And just then you see Thornjaw, or the bear, right, sort of wanders into the glades. He's got berries all in his beard, or in his fur, right, just kind of munching. He sort of sits down in front of you guys. Ariel just kind of smiles and he says, one day Forest will forget us. Until then, we make every shadow remember our names. He says, come, quickly. And you see he starts to tramps off into the woods. He says, follow me, come on.
I follow.
As you continue to follow, the wind starts to shift and you can feel this wind and it starts to get much colder now. And as the temperature sort of changes, the whole image kind of changes as well. And you can hear the sounds of what sounds like stones or rocks being walked under with bare feet that you can hear. And as that occurs, you start to see sort of this large wind-swept plateau that's there, high above the mist of a mist-choked cavern that you can see down there. And see that lightning flashes off into the distance. And as it does, the slight crackle is heard in the far past or in the far distance. You can see that as the lightning cracks, you can see it illuminates these broken statues of forgotten monks that are kind of crumbling among beneath the thick, deep woods. Vines kind of coil along these stone paths, and half-buried fallen leaves cover these as well. It's almost a scent of ozone, that deep earth permeating the air. The world here feels breathless, a place where the sky looms close and the storm clouds are writhing in a silent warning off in the distance. Riptide, you see you and your sister Ember kind of moving along the path, and she's in front of you. You sort of stand at the precipice of a forgotten knowledge or temple of sorts. You hear your footsteps echoing in place, and you can remember past things that are much more clearly, remember things past more clearly than in the present. Beneath the twisted roots of colossal trees and stones that have been there for eons and centuries, this almost ancient power stirs, this dormant waiting. It's not that you're necessarily searching for answers, but you're almost like walking on something you're not supposed to. As that happens, you see your sister Ember turns around to you. Of course, she's a little bit older than you. And as she turns to you, she says, feel that tide? The air, it hums here. It's like the cliffs are holding their breath.
Yes, Riptide, feel that. Yes, I feel that. I feel it as I fluff my hair.
He's like, Riptide, be serious. This place is older than the mountains. Makes our monastery feel like a glorified treehouse. Come on, let's go. She sort of scampers up the rocks as she goes.
Well, Riptide leads the way. Let me get in front.
No. She says, okay, and she kind of lets you go ahead, and as you do,
well, you should stay close. We didn't get separated.
Yeah. And as she does, there's a statue there that's sort of half broken, and she kind of puts her hand up in a mocking salute. She says, greetings, stone elders. Don't mind us. We're just two cute little heretics trespassing on your sacred ground. That right, Tide?
Yeah. Fixing my hair. Dusting off my shoulders.
He's like, it's right up there, Tide. Come on. And she points, and you can see that there's like rubble that's all over.
Is it up there? And I pose.
She goes, yes, it is, Riptide. That's right. Oh, I love it. That's great. Okay, all right, okay, let's go. And you see her start to scamper over the rocks.
Okay, I'll run after.
All right, I'll need an acrobatics check.
Oh. Riptide does too.
I'll take the first one. So as you do, you scamper over the rocks pretty quickly, and you kind of pass her, and she's like, Riptide, you've always held back. Are you afraid that you're gonna break something? Or are you afraid that we're gonna really go see something cool? Come on, let's go. And she's kind of scampering up next to you, almost in a competition as she goes.
Riptide just doesn't want to make, the mountains feel bad. So, yeah. I don't know. I totally didn't not do so well on that roll.
She continues to kind of come up the stairs, and as you do, you can see there's this sort of ruin that's embedded into the mountain itself. And as she stops up there, she goes, "Oh, Tide! Well, that air, it's humming. I can feel it again."
Yep. I feel it, and I think it's coming from my pulsating muscles.
She's like, "Oh, Tide," and she kind of slaps your arm, your bicep, as you sort of flex it up. She's like, "Come on, stop being silly. This is important." She kind of winks at you in her playful way that she usually does, and then she kind of scampers up these steps. And as she does, you can see in the ruins themselves, carved into the mountains, these large stone pillars that go up. And in the center, there's a pedestal, a round pedestal, with a broken, almost stone sort of globe, or looks like an orb that's there. You can see little sparks coming out. She kind of puts her hand on it. She says, "Tide, look! It's still active. I knew it." You can see it sort of faintly pulsing with energy. She says, "Now, Tide, I'm the oldest, okay? So this is for me, all right? Now you just relax for just a minute, okay?
Right.
I know. No, I don't want to hear it. She puts her hands on her hips. I'm the oldest. I'm in charge." That's what Sensei said.
Only because Riptide allows it.
She says, "You're so silly. There's nobody here to hear you." She sort of salutes at the statues again, except our elders. She kind of hops up, and as she does, you see her kind of walk up to it, and she takes a peek, and she goes, "Oh, you believe it?" And she says, "Oh, let's take a look. Let's really take a look." And as she does, see this image that's here. If you saw that image in the background, so she's there, and she's like, "I can see it. Don't you see it in there? What do you think it is? Key? Maybe it's a seal. Oh my gosh! I think we're standing in the presence of something really ancient."
Are you sure?
As you look at her, she says, it's almost as if she's not talking to you. She's just sort of staring at the object. She says, "It's called to me in dreams. It's like it remembers me. I have to know. What if this thing? What if this is more powerful than our masters down at the monastery?"
No. I doubt that.
So as you say that, you didn't think I was going to let you get away with not an Arcana check, did you? I need an Arcana check from your side. You didn't think I was going to let you get away with it, did you?
Oh my god.
If only I had a +1 Arcana thing.
I know.
She looks at you and she says, "Don't look at me like that. I'll be careful." "Probably," she says, as she sort of grins at you.
Looks perfectly safe to Riptide.
"I think so too," she says, and then she looks back and she says, "Stay back, Tide. Stay back. I'll be fine. Those glyphs are only there to scare little brothers off." And you see she kind of reaches out, and when she does, she puts her hand inside the actual globe that's there. Just then you feel almost as if the air gets sucked towards the globe itself. You hear sort of a big loud whoosh that happens. As it does, there's a brilliant bright of light that sort of flashes in front of you. As that flashes, you hear this, again, the air kind of going out, and all of a sudden, a huge, loud sort of boom. As that happens, you see energy explodes out in this sort of spiraling wave. Riptide, you're thrown all the way back. Ember is caught completely in the surge. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Everything goes quiet. job.
No.
As you're thrown back and hit the rocks, you feel that the darkness sort of swoons in the head just for a second. You can hear the ripples of the sound goes by. You don't knock yourself out, but as you look, all you see is the charred remains of her orange sort of cloak sort of floating down to the ground. And as it does, you see a crumpled little page drifts gently on top of it.
No, not Ember. I'll take the page.
All right. So you walk over, and as you take the page, you see that the page has a very interesting appearance to it. Do you remember what that page is about? Riptide, do you want to describe it?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Riptide looks down. Wonder what this old yellowed page torn from an ancient tome is. The surface is scorched at the edges and marks with glowing runes that used to pulse faintly in amber light when they were exposed to magical energy. The writing, it's in shifting scripts, part arcana, part divine, part madness. It now lays dormant since Amber's death. That's it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. As you continue to look at that page, and you guys, I just see it. So as that happens, the scene sort of shifts to the an area of where you can hear the sounds of crickets and frogs, sort of the late night noises of animals in the woods that you all are very familiar with. You see you smell the scent of what smells like damp moss rising, and the scent of almost like crushed herbs. You see stars align in patterns in the sky that are long but forgotten. And the memories of those who once listened to the soil and heard it whisper seem to go through the air. Now we'll continue with LillaBea, right? B, sorry. LillaBea, as you're there, you can see that the air is heavy with memory. The vines curl lovely around the stone cairns, and a faint scent of pipeweed. Almost as if Grandbee herself had just only stepped away. This is your first moment alone since Grandbee's passing. She always used to tend to the herbs here in the garden, and she always used to take care of them with care. The stars shimmer faintly overhead. The night feels expectant. The grove holds its breath, watching almost as if Bae wondering if she is going to continue to move along or move on in her life. As you see this, the fireflies drift lazily between the stone cairns. The winding stream kind of hums in the back, and you can hear the frogs. And the canopy opens just enough to be able to see the stars off into the distance. You want to tell us about your character, what she looks like?
Sure. So LillaBea's like short, even for a gnome. So she's only like 3'2", 3'3", something like that, and she's what I would describe as round. So she has usually wears some cloak of green, and she's just got this vibe of just a really relaxed, calming kind of vibe. Kind of motherly. No, I would say more like, your favorite aunt who lets you get away with anything. That kind of a vibe.
Love it. So as you kind of move through, I'm not sure what you'd be doing here now that first time back since Grandbee's died.
Probably just taken up because I've been on the road for a while. So, it's been a while since I've been back home. So just feeling out the places Grandbee and I hung out because, she's the one that taught me how to roll my herbs and pack my pipe.
Yeah.
So just going to the places and just remembering the things that we did together and her wisdom.
So as you continue to walk through, you almost hear through the winds, Grandbee's sort of guidance that she would typically give, and she would talk to you and say, commonly like, "Know what you need to do, my child. Ah, listen to you. The stars will listen to you." As you continue to kind of wake your way through and everything, you hear something moving through the glade much quicker than you would expect. The shuffle of feet moving through, and you can hear sort of a raspy, ragged sort of breath. Miss Tangletoe, please.
What is it, fella?
So as you turn around, you see Harlan from the village, who you know very well. She says, "Please, it's Loris. He hasn't spoken since yesterday. His fever's up, and now there's this rash. Hey, we need help."
I'll grab my bag.
Okay.
Show me where he's at.
Okay, good. And she kind of leads you over towards the edge of the grove that you're at, and you can see that her husband has brought him on sort of a skiff or little litter that's there. And she said, as you're walking, she's like, "Granby always said you had her hands, and she said that the herbs listen to you. I hope it's true." And so she comes over, and as she does, you can see this child who you know is Loris Dapplebrook. He is very pale and feverish, and is sort of coughs weakly. He sort of holds this flower that's in his hand, and the family says he's been clutching that flower since yesterday. Just won't let go of it.
I'll kneel next to him.
Okay.
Little fella, let me see that flower that you've got there.
So as he kind of looks to you, and as he does, you can tell he's feverish, and he has sort of this kind of look of maybe not even really knowing what's going on. And he doesn't really let go of the flower, but you still are able to examine it while you're there.
Does it look like it's poisonous? I'm checking to see if it's something that might be...
nature check would be great. So as you search through that, you recognize that this is Dreamthorn. It's one of the blooms that's there, and you see that you know that this grows sort of in the twisted roots of it's all the quote unquote haunted grove, which can cause hallucinogenic spores. That's all.
Is it deadly?
It can be deadly. But you do know there are some ways that it can.
Okay. Well, let me just take this little flower here away from this fella. I think this might be causing some of his problems.
So as you kind of pull that away, you're able to grab it just right, and you can see that one of the fingers was poked by one of the thorns. You can see there's like a small amount of spores or covering that's kind of surrounding the area that you immediately recognize that's probably it. And as you do that, you hear him say, "Oh, no way, I need that."
Well, we'll find you a better flower. Let me take this one, and I'll make you feel all better, and then we'll go tomorrow and find you a new one.
And as you do it, you know that you have to pull that flower just a certain way and not shake it or make it crumble, because spores can kind of spread out. But you're able to just dodge his hand as he reaches up and bring that over and set it down. As that happens, you see his parents kind of look to you and they say, "What are we going to do? You can help him, right?"
Well, I'm going to try my best.
And you said it was what, a thorn?
Dreamthorn.
Okay. Should we let him go to sleep?
No, not yet. We need to keep him awake while we fix this.
All right. They do that, and they're like, "Please hurry, please get whatever he needs."
So do I know if I have any of the herbs or anything that's needed to heal it?
Why don't we do a medicine check? Perfect. Yes. So as you kind of go through the bag, you know that Granby used to carry this herb in her garden because it was not uncommon that sometimes kids would get into it. So you are able to find it right there for them.
Well, look at this. It's right here in my pack. I can fix this. And then, if you guys, so it's Harlan and her husband's there.
Yep.
Hold him still, and I will take this away from him and pull this little thorn out right here, and he'll be right as rain.
Thank you. Granby used to say that, right as rain. It's like she's right here with us. So as you reach down and go to pull out that thorn, I will have you make a Constitution save. Ooh, that's pretty dice. I like that die. That's pretty. As you do, you kind of pull it, and you suddenly get one of these visions that you've had commonly, right? Where, maybe from the herbs that you use, or maybe from something else, but you feel this sort of pulsation in the side of your eyes. You see the stars above you start to sort of swirl into a pattern. As you kind of pull that out, the stars sort of form into this sort of image that you see. As it does, you see this in the sky, almost oblivious of the kid that's there. You recognize there's a tree with roots and the darkness between the roots there. You hear Granby's voice. She says, "I'm well, my child, but no, not all roots grow." Immediately the stars clear back, and you have that thorn in your hand, and you've pulled it out, and it's almost as if no time has passed to the parents as they look, and the child's breathing starts to get a little bit better. Harlan says, "Oh, is that it? Are we good?"
You let him get some rest and give him some good food in the morning, and he'll be fine. He'll be fine. And you
So-
make sure that he stays away from any of those trees down by the Haunted Grove.
I will. I heard some of the other family members saying that it seems to be growing closer and closer. Maybe somebody needs to trim that. She kind of looks at you.
Oh, I'll get right on that.
Good. And as she sort of sits there, she kind of holds the child in her arms, and she kind of rocks him back and forth. As she does, you continue to see that starlight that's up there, that's going on, and the stars sort of continue to light, and you start to see almost like changes in color, where there's more of a green and a red, and the smell of herbs is suddenly replaced with the smell of what smells like maybe an incense that's happening. You hear laughter and applause off into the distance, and as that happens, you can see that cloud sort of comes across, and as it does, feel as almost as if you're at kind of like a festival of sorts, that you're there. And you start to see the velvet mirage as it continues to work and play in the area. Grapip. Grapip? Is that how you say it? Grapip? Grapip?
Yep.
All right, Grapip. All right, so now we'll turn over to Grapip. So Grapip, you are kind of in a young part of your life right now. You're obviously with the Velvet Mirage. You've been with them for a while. And you can hear the crowd sort of murmur as they continue to dance, and everyone seems to watch as they do that. You sort of sit on the side knowing that you have your place, the stage, and you can see many of the troupe is in their assigned positions. Above you, you can see that the silk billows like captured fired, and you can see that the patrons sitting in this small tent are all wearing sort of masks of different sort of shapes that you know is part of the show that they typically do. And you see that they, the lights that are on the stage sort of blur into this sort of single sort of watching presence. Velvet Mirage continue to dance with a fluidity that's there, and the masks that you see out in the crowd seem to hold more truth in the faces of the dancers that you have. And you feel like every song sort of holds the power to bind or break these folks. You know tonight's performance is not just about applause. As you look around, you see Lavash, who has been at the performance. He's a tall gentleman, seems to have sort of taken you under his wing to sort of help guide you and whatnot. And he looks to you and he says in his deep voice, he says, tonight you shall witness the Flames Mask. It's a story as old as our bloodlines.
Been much anticipating this moment.
Indeed, indeed. Now, sit back, my child. Hey? As he does, you see he kind of walks up towards the top of the stage as they all continue to dance and the music is going on in the distance, and he says, welcome, welcome. And as that occurs, he sort of looks and see all the crowd kind of looks at him, and the end of the music goes a little bit lower. He says, tonight you shall witness the Flames Mask. It's a tale of fire and renewal, a bond between flesh and spirit. In every generation, we offer a child to the flame, not in sacrifice, but in blessing, so they might carry the strength of our ancestors. This is an honor, a gift to your future. Who among you will step forward? Who offers to bring their kin to the flame's embrace? As you look around, you see a silence sort of goes over, and most of these people look back and forth, and you see that it's almost all adults in there. You don't really see any kids that's there. And you can see the dancers up on the stage continue to sort of do this sort of, not a seductive, but sort of a slow dance while they're on the stage, sort of kind of keeping the show going, but keeping it down towards a minimum. You see one of the person in the back sort of stands up and he says, I shall give my child. Bosch goes, good, good, good. He says, please. And you see one of the patrons or one of your troop members walks to the back, and she has a little sort of dress gown that you know that they've used for kids in the past as well. As that happens, you see that they bring the child up towards the stage, and the music sort of turns into this sort of love versus deep sort of tones in it, and hear sort of a drum kind of pounding in the background. You see the child's there, and you know that there's a lot of sort of flash and whatnot. You see this flame arc starts to form over the top of its head, which you've practiced with your prestidigitation, I'm sure, in the past, right? Or some of your minor images.
Yeah.
As that does, you can see that the flame continues and continues to sort of encircle the child. As it does, you can see almost what looks like a symbol on the floor. The dancers have now left. You see the child has actually risen up and off of the floor, almost in a being levitated of sorts. Something feels off. Something doesn't seem right.
What? This isn't in the script. What's going on here?
See Luvash is sort of sitting on the edge, and he's sort of entranced by it. The dancers are as well. I'll have you do an Arcana check. So as you look at that, you know that something's off, but you don't know what it is. You don't know what's going on here.
Stop. This
Vosh goes,
isn't...
shh, my child, it's okay. He puts his hand on your shoulder. Shh.
What's going on?
See the face of the child starts to become pale. Looks almost as if the blood and the life essence is sort of being taken from the child. The fire gets louder and louder.
This is too far. What are we doing?
Shh. It says, I need an insight check. You recognize exactly what you suspect, right? The child's in a trance-like state. Everyone around sort of is in a trance-like. Looks like the spirit is being siphoned from this kid as this happens.
You're killing this child's spirit. What is wrong with you?
Lavash doesn't look at you. It seems like nobody can hear you.
Lavash!
He doesn't
Flash!
move. As you pull his arm, he doesn't move.
I'm gonna
It seems almost as if
try.
the music is kind of working on this power of taking this stuff away from him.
I'm gonna try to grab the child out of the ritual.
All right, gotcha. So as you go to step up and grab the child, you feel Luvash puts his hand on here and he says, "I think you understand our ways, outsider. You cannot do that. Kill him." He puts his hand on your shoulder. He's not even looking at you. He just kind of reaches down and puts his hand there. Oh.
But you're surely killing him right now.
As you can hear, the music kind of comes in an ebb and it sort of waves down and it comes up again, and you can see the child continues to float. Everyone seems almost as if they're asleep at this point. Luvash says, "Don't." You can tell he's definitely holding you. You have your loot with you. You have a loot, right? Earlier. I can't remember.
I have lots of different
Which one would you like to have?
right now, I guess I'll start with the violin, like the
Okay,
violin.
violin. Okay, so you have your viol with you.
like a little fiddle.
Yep. Yeah, and you can see he's holding you. He's not going to let you go. He's got a very strong grip. The only thing you can think of is maybe something with you.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to play a song that's like dissonant to what music is playing. So like counter
Yeah.
in
like a
off
counter
key to throw it off.
Perfect. Excellent. All right, how about a performance check for me? Nice. So as you play this counter song, you can hear it sort of grates against the other song. As it does, you see that the fire sort of flickers and flames. Suddenly the fire goes out. The child collapses down to the floor and takes a breath. And he sort of takes a breath. Luvash looks at you and he says, "What have you done?"
What? This went too far and you know it.
You can hear the crowd sort of gasps, almost as if they're out of the trance, and the dancers start to sort of dance around, and Luvash grabs you by the shirt and he drags you back behind the stage. He's like, "You've insulted our kin and our spirits. What did you do?"
You were gonna kill a child, an innocent child.
"Stop it! Your pretty songs mean nothing. If you can't respect our sacred rites, you don't belong with this troop."
Your sacred rights are defiling innocent beings. There's nothing good about it.
Looks at you and he says, "No."
What is the purpose of this ritual anyway?
"Thought we were to kill him? Is that what you thought?"
Yeah.
"No. Never kill a child." You see one of the troop members, a younger woman named Maraja, who comes back behind you, and she puts her hand on Luvash's arm, and she says, "Child lives, Luvash. It's okay. She didn't kill him." "Of course she didn't," he says. He looks back down to you, Grapip. He says, "Why did you do this? Why, young man?"
Because you were killing him. You were harming him. I was merely stopping a great evil.
"You outsiders here, stealing the soul, and you think the worst. What we do here is we share strength, a blessing passed down, nothing more. The child leaves stronger and connected to the flames of their ancestors. You stopped the rite before it could finish. You don't know what you've broken. That child is scarred for life because of it."
Can I insight to see if I think he's lying?
Yeah, sounds good. Mirage puts her arm on it again and says, "We have to go." You think he's actually maybe telling the truth. I mean, this, now that you think about it, maybe you did do something that was not right.
Luvash, why didn't you prepare me for this? I thought you were killing him. I didn't know.
"I thought you were prepared." He looks to you. Then Mirage puts her hand and she says, "The guests." He looks back to you and he says, "You're lucky my kin have softer hearts than I." Walks out. As he does, you feel a sudden sort of aloneness. The troop doesn't really seem to recognize you anymore. They're out in the front doing what they're doing. All you see is a... Go ahead.
Mirage, you have to know. I didn't know. No, nobody told me. I wasn't prepared.
She looks to you and she just sort of doesn't say a word. You can see sympathy in her eyes and she shakes her head. She walks out. As she does and goes behind the curtain, you see that in the backstage there's a mirror that they all use to put on their, the makeup and get ready, and you can see that the mirror is sort of warped. You see a reflection appears sorrowful, almost a cracked mask that's there. You can hear the music of the Velvet Mirage in the background, and you feel almost as if sort of in kind of like a dream state. You're in here at this point.
I'm drawn to the mirror, and I walk closer to it as I stare into the depths of its reflections.
As you stare into the depth of the perceptions of that mirror, you see that the mirror kind of goes black, and as it does, you sort of have a vision again of night, and you can see the clouds that are in the eye, and sort of a tranquil sort of hilltop that's there. It's a park of sorts. The age of LillaBea, who you see there, seems much older now, probably more to the age of what she would be currently. You see, she's sitting on the edge of the park, on the northern edge of Nen. As you're sitting there, you see that this park is fairly busy, as you would expect from a city. You can see that there's people walking arm in arm. You can see that there's also performers that are there, and you can see that down below there's city lights sort of flicker. There's an old ivory-covered observatory dome off in the distance in this park. And you can see, though, the stars are beautiful. You can see stars everywhere. As you kind of walk down the path that winds between gardens of beds of seasoned flowers, and wrought iron benches sit beneath the aged lamps that are there, and there's a distant hum of a lute strings off in the distance, and sort of a soft sort of blend of conversations in the night air, mingling with the smell of lilac and ample. You have not been around a city in a very long time. Feel this.
Why?
Go ahead.
Why am I in this area?
Yeah, so you feel this. They've been having this feeling that you needed to return to Neverwinter to see if you could find your family, your kin. You haven't seen them in a long time.
Okay.
You heard they were here. Yep.
Well, as I'm wandering the town, I'm just going haphazardly, because I can see the stars so clearly. I know that they'll lead me to meet up with them wherever they are in the town.
Yeah. And
go ahead. Since there's no rules against it in Neverwinter, I'll go ahead, because it's the evening and a nice little stroll, pack my pipe.
Partake. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. So as you pack it, you sort of reminisce, and it's been many years since you've tended at Granby's garden, and you've wandered far away from home, but that familiar ache, that distance, never ever really full. You do sense a purpose, a reason to be here, but you're just not sure exactly what is drawing you here as you kind of pack that pipe and take, draw from it. And as you do, you feel a sudden chill kind of blows through the air. You see the pigeons scatter quickly that were there, and you see a couple that was walking by look up, and one of them has a child and says, "Mama, look, stars, they're dancing." As she looks up and points, you see that the stars in sort of a counterclockwise swirl from a center point sort of almost make a pinwheel all the way out, and they spin, and you can see the stars are slowly moving around this center point as everybody kind of looks up towards the sky. As that happens, you hear a voice off into the side, and he says, "Funny thing, those stars. Always out of reach. Yet, somehow, they know where to find us, don't they?" You hear him play like a little song on his lute. Kind of looks over to you. You see a purple tiefling sitting there, very plain clothes. He's got some baskets with some coins, kind of just strumming a little bit of a song there, and he kind of looks over and he says, "You look like someone who's lost. Maybe a little more than their way, huh? Or maybe someone too smart to pretend that she hasn't."
Oh, I'm not lost. I'm right where I need to be all the time. Have you seen a phenomenon like that before?
Kind of looks back and he says, skies above Neverwinter, you never know. Those elvish wizards always playing. Maybe from time to time. How about you?
Oh, not like this. They do dance around for me at times.
Kind of looks and he says, see, are you looking for someone? Or do you always walk alone?
Oh, I've walked alone for a very long time, but I'm here looking for my family.
Ah, has it been a while?
It's been a very long while.
I get it, he says as he strums one of a song. He says, my folks have scattered long ago. I find that a little music helps stitch together whatever's left from it. My name's
Wow.
Kalen.
Kaylin, may I join you?
Of course. He slides over. And your name is?
Oh, I'm LillaBea. You can call me
Oh.
Bea. All my
Bea.
friends do.
Hey, nice to meet you. LillaBea. That's great.
I'll pass him the pipe.
Ah, woman of my liking. He takes a nice draw. Oh, the good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I owe
Sweet
you.
Galena, the best.
Sweet Galena. I have a song for that. And as he does, he starts to strum a song that's going on. And goes, as he does that, you're kind of sitting there and you hear a voice behind you say, well, the stars be bright. Is that little bee? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since your cloak was 2 sizes too big and your pockets was full of moss.
I don't know how little I am anymore, but
Well.
it is me.
You turn around and you see this plump, red-cheeked woman with frizzly gray braid, and she's got pollen all over her apron. She's got a huge grin, and she's a gnome, and she's kind of walking up, and you immediately recognize her as Petta Tanspring. She used to live in Glimmerglen. I'm sorry. She looks to you and she says, I knew the stars, you had the stars in your eyes, but I can't expect you would leave the whole grove behind. She gets kind of serious. Have you spoken with any of your family since then?
No, I haven't, not since Granby.
God rest her soul. We miss her in town. We miss you too. You've been gone way too long.
Well, what are you doing here? Have you seen any of my kin in town?
They all left at some point in their lives. Since you've gone, you were the first, of course. Tide went off to the monastery shortly thereafter. Oh, Fah'zee, he's had some real heartbreak in his life, I gotta tell you. And Grapip, we have not seen in for a long time, but I have to tell you, she kind of points up and she says, what do you think? Points to the stars.
Oh, that's an omen. I don't know whether good or bad, but it's something.
You mind making a history check?
Sure will.
Grapip says, yes, it is an omen. It escapes me what it is. I assume it escapes you too. I feel like I've seen it before, but maybe it's been many years. You're not sure what it is
my
either.
brain gets a little cloudy sometimes as I wave the smoke away.
As you do, Kaylin goes, mine's not cloudy enough, my dear. You mind passing that my way?
Sure. And I'll pull out my little drum while I do.
All right. Oh, nice. So as you do, he takes another draw, and Petta looks over to you, and she says, "Understood that desire. Not for me, I have to say. The dreams are too strong at night." Looks to you.
Well, depends on which herb you pack into your pipe. Granby taught me all the best.
True. As you kind of say that, you see that the swirling of the stars start to swirl even faster. Continue to swirl and swirl. Galen continues to play his music as you can hear it in the background, almost as if you're entranced by the stars that they continue to spin and spin and spin. Suddenly, you don't know what happened, but you now are standing alone. The park is empty, Galen is gone, Petta has disappeared. You can hear the sound of the city down below. You feel something under your cloak, warmth that you can feel.
Oh, did I pee my pants again?
I love it. As you say that and look down, you see a slight yellow color, almost a light coming out from underneath you. Suddenly, an amber shard that you have had for a long time now illuminates and almost pulls itself and levitates in front of you, almost as if it's 90 degrees from the ground, right? It's parallel to the ground. As it does, you feel a slight tug toward the city. Almost seems to be guiding you. Glow intensifies. You see tendrils of little mist starts to curl along the cobblestone, almost seeping up from the lower streets of Neverwinter. Tugs again towards Neverwinter.
Well, I guess I know which direction I need to go.
As you do, the fog sort of thickens, unnaturally dense. It muffles the city sounds, the sky. You can still see the stars, but the park has this sort of eerie stillness. The shard continues to tug through the mist. The stars above continue to swirl. It feels like the shard is guiding you to a path, almost pulling you to something greater. As that does, the amber light flickers and fades. The mist curls between the cobblestones. Distant music that you heard stirs once more, but this time, the music that you hear is not the music of Kalen. The music you hear is the music of a tavern. So now what we see is up on the upper balcony lounge of the Raven's Vale, a nice, mysterious sort of tavern, sort of nestled in the quiet side streets of Neverwinter's Black Lake district. The lanterns here burn violet and gold, and they cast long shadows against the wood rafters. You hear the sound of a musician playing up in the balconies, and you see Grapip's up there, sort of helping entertain the patrons here. The patrons sort of sip in silence and kind of talk. On the walls of the floorboards on the walls, you see arcane signals pulse faintly with the beat of the song that Grapip is playing. Grapip, you're on the second floor of this room. I'll give you a picture. Whoops, I gotta stop the other one. And you're in the Raven's Vale playing your music.
Okay.
Something sort of quiet. Years have passed since you had left the Velvet Mirage. You've been trying to go from place to place to play for music. Raven's Vale has been with you for maybe a week or two. You've been playing here. You see some regulars that are here. The bartender clearly, treats you well and gives you house and home. And as you kind of play, you recognize most of the people up here, normal people that are there. As you finish your song, see what looks like a figure cloaked in gray. Sits in the corner booth, motionless, hooded, almost too still.
Okay. This piques my interest, and I'll try to change the mood of the tavern to distract people from me walking over there. So I'm gonna start kind of like a raunchy sea shanty to get people all riled up to kind of give me cover, to then once everyone starts taking over the shanty, I'm gonna walk over there. So
okay, all right, sounds good.
Like, bring me a bottle or two, my lad. Bring me a bottle or four. For the company's fine, oh women and wine is what I'm looking for.
I love
it. I just start trying to get everyone raunchy and in a mood so that I can kind of get over there without making much of a scene.
All right, gotcha. So you start to sing the song and start to move your way over there. And as you do, almost as if he sensed your look, the figure stands and moves towards the back alley door, almost leaving in sync with your movement as well. The figure never glances back. Something in the way he exits sort of lingers, almost like a shadow stays. You hear no footsteps as he walks across that area there.
Anybody else take note of him?
No. Matter of fact, nobody does. He almost walked up against people and looked like he was going to bump against them as he walked through, and nobody paid him any mind or matter.
I'm going to follow him.
All right, so as you follow him and you go, you step outside. And as you do, the air is chilled. You suddenly feel, hope I have it. Oh boy, I don't know if I uploaded the picture. I didn't. You suddenly feel the token of the willow spiral tighten sharply against your wrist, almost as if asking you to continue, right? You can sort of feel this sort of pull. As you step out, the door closes behind you. As it does, you see the alley almost twist, warping in reality. The shadows stretch and the mist starts to creep along the cobbles, muffles all the sound. You hear a voice you know very well, that you knew way back when. You never escaped. Performed a different lie. As you look, you turn quickly and you see no one there as that says that.
Luvash?
And as you say Lavash, you feel the token clenches quickly around your wrist, almost tightening to the point where it's like a rubber band. From the shadows, off in the distance, you see 3 figments step forth out of the corners. All appear to be the shape of a gnome, and each one appears to be dressed just like, almost like you're looking in a mirror.
Stop! What are you doing? I've done you no harm.
As you do, you see the first one looks to you and is smiling. Big smile across his face. The second one walks up and he looks guilt-racked. Final one, like he's arrogant, like he's the best thing. You make an insight check. Let's see. Not too bad. So as you look and see, these look real. I mean, you are pretty sure that these guys are definitely coming to get you.
I am going to cast Blade Ward on myself.
Alrighty, gotcha.
And then I am going to yell at them to halt.
Okay. So as you do that, you cast Blade Ward, and you yell halt. You see the smiling one looks to you and he says, "Oh, you sang their praises while they burned, didn't you? A little blood for a little applause."
I don't
That's
know
what
what
you-
you're talking about.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Your music takes just a little. Bosch taught you well.
What do you mean? My music brings great joy.
Just then the one that looks sort of guilt-racked says, "You could have stopped it. You tried to stop it." "No. The show must go on, whether it's that night or the next. Spirits are going to be taken. Souls are going to be taken. And it's your fault. You could have stopped them."
Stop. There's nothing I could do. Shut up.
The other one chuckles. "You think you have redemption? Huh? You think this is going to redeem you? Coming here? Touring for fools, anyone? You still wear the mask of the crowd. They laugh at you." Just then you hear all 3 of them sort of laugh. As they do, the images immediately disappear.
I'm just gonna keep like my hands over my ears and then shut up, 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 shut up.
As that happens, the illusion sort of dissolves, and you can hear the sound of applause in the actual Raven's Vale of another musician has sort of started to pick up the songs and start to play. As it does, though, you feel a brisk wind sort of blows from behind you. Remarkably, you don't know how, but a large white feather, a feather that you know very well, carries on the wind and whisks up into the sky 10-15 feet in front of you down the alley.
I'm gonna chase after it.
Okay. As you continue to chase, you see that this fog continues to increase through the alley behind you, also creeping around the edges of the buildings. As it does.
No mind. I reach for the feather.
All right. Every time you reach for it, it's just out of reach. You jump up and you just miss it. It flitters a little bit faster yet as it moves down the streets that are there. As the illusions sort of dissolve and the feather kind of falls through the silence, beneath the city, just on the outskirts, in the earth, Feel the stone closes in. You see rock walls, dirt, ancient ruins on the wall, a mossy barrow beneath an ancient hill on the northern outskirts of Nenterwood. Forgotten resting place carved into the mound of stone and roots, circled by crumbling dwarven ruins and shallow pools. See, there are times. You see, there's time-worn murals that are into the walls of the barrow. And they have a slight blue glow to them. Blue glow that Riptide remembers from years ago. A mountaintop and an orb of sorts at the top. Riptide, you are now in this area, and you can feel this elemental forces sort of surrounding you as you walk through this sort of area. You've been brought here by paper, a mass, a torn page with directions, a map of sorts that has brought you to this very part. The air is heavy, it's thick, and it has the scent of wet stone and moss. I may have fell asleep.
No, I'm here.
All right, gotcha.
Riptide doesn't fall asleep.
Oh, I love it. Good job.
Sleep falls for Riptide.
So as you stumble into this area, it's been years since you've had this paper. You've been training with the monks, and you've been following this map of sorts on the paper that had shown up to you just recently. It opens the room sort of opens up into this circular sort of chamber, and the room is sort of carved in ancient basalt, and you see it's got columns on the side. You have ruins as well. And you can see that there's signs of waves, and flames, leaves, and stone, all sort of carved into here. At the center is this raised sort of circle etched with blue glowing channels that flicker. See the page sort of, almost as you're hanging onto it and you're looking at the map as you enter the room, flips out of your hand and floats over towards the main circle that's there. And as it does, you can see it land gently and softly. Air in this room begins to hum.
I run over and grab up the paper and grab the light.
So as you run over and grab the paper, you see that just before you get there, as you pass the paper, you hear the sound of rocks, kind of the grumble of rocks that are there. As you pull up,
Riptide goes first. Not again.
Yes, yeah. And you grab that piece of paper, and as you do, you feel the ground quake slightly, kind of moves back and forth. You take up the paper and you look, see this standing in front of you. See this large sort of stone warden with blue intertwining between the rocks. The rock chest, the eyes glow blue. See its movements are slow and deliberate. Suddenly you can see the stone. It's a walk. The ground shakes just quietly as it sort of touches there.
Have you come for Riptide? As I fling my hair over to the side.
All right. As you say that, he says, "Have to pay for the page."
Well, what do you take? Silver, coins,
The page.
gold, Zell?
As he reaches out, he says, "Give me the page."
I
Shall not
can't
leave.
do that. It's my page. It's Riptide's page.
So be it. As you say that, you see he brings up his club of sorts that's there, and he immediately starts walking towards you. I'll have you roll for initiative. You didn't think I was going to let you keep your character, did you? Out of one session?
No.
You whined
Might
about
need
wanting
to
a
roll
magic
that.
item. This is the cost.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, Riptide, you have a map. I think you see it. The exit is to the north. What would you like to do?
I don't see him on the map.
Oh,
And
I apologize. There you go.
all right, so he's got so I just got to get to that door to the north. That's
I
it.
don't see anything on the map.
Yes,
Oh,
the black
you guys don't
key.
see it? Oh, hang on. Let me. I can fix this. I can fix this.
Graphics are way better. Did they change some stuff? Or?
I made this map. Oh,
No, I mean.
oh yeah, yeah,
like
they did. Yeah, they did. All the interactions and stuff.
I can't make fun of Fantasy Grounds for once. So.
How's that? Is that better?
Wow, this looks really cool.
You can see it? Okay, good. Sorry I didn't share. I forgot how to do that.
So I just gotta get through that door, huh?
I don't know.
I'll come up here.
All right.
You know what I didn't? Oh yeah, I did. Okay.
Well, mano a mano, huh? All right. This is it.
Will dodge as an action.
All right. All right.
There we go. And then as a bonus action, I will hit it and flurry of blows.
All right. I'm ready. That's a nice hit. Good job. So as you hit it, you see the rock sort of crumbles from his leg. It kind of breaks off, and rocks break off. He goes, "Oh, geez, look at you!" And
Nice.
kind of looks back again and takes a peek. And arm kind of breaks off. He goes, "Ugh!" And then he sort of swings his sword towards you. What?
Feel the strength of Riptide.
Oh, it's disadvantage. All right. Ooh.
Yeah, because I dodged.
Yeah, I like it. So he swings, and as he does, you can feel it sort of hit the side of your arm. As it kind of hits you to the side. Give me the page.
That hurt slightly.
Give me the page.
I'm gonna have to lotion that arm later. Is it my turn?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got it. I forgot I have to use my thing correctly. Sorry, everybody dinging. Yes, your turn.
For my action, I'll hit him.
All right. Ooh.
Oh, I miss. Oh,
Yep.
I'll flurry of blows.
Okay. Nice. Perfect. So as you...
I hit him again.
Okay, all right, yep, you can hit him again.
Oh, I missed. I hit.
Hit him one more time if you want, yeah.
Riptide so fast, I hit him on the way down.
As the warden crumbles down to the ground, the page that you had splits up out of the air, and it forms a circular pattern of ruins on it. For a heartbeat, the chamber feels empty, and a faint shimmer coalesces beside the ritual circle. You see a gnome, red-haired, smiley, big eyes, appears translucent with her orange sash fluttering through the gazes at you with a soft, bittersweet smile, gives you a wink, before vanishing into the mist.
My dear Ember, no, come back to me.
The runes on the page pulse and shift. You can see that they point outwards, almost a city map. It shows a glowing line marking through the winding city streets. You also see that a soft mist starts to come from the south and starts to entwine across your feet, covering the runes within the room itself.
Let's see, a right, a left, a right, left, right.
Nice. As
Do
the
I have a
chamber...
pen and paper? I don't.
Well, the good news is the map's on your paper, so you can just take the paper with you. Yeah, you got a full map with you, so you'll be good. You just follow the map, you'll be good. So,
Intelligence 8, role playing it.
Yeah, I like it.
No.
Well, the good news is the mist will make sure you get where you need to go. I promise you that. So
Okay.
it's definitely going to guide you. So as the chamber doesn't hum anymore and the page glows softly, pointing towards a future for Riptide that's not quite written, but as in the forest, old wound reopens. The past has teeth, still bite. Now return to Fah'zee, shadow of the.
I take a short rest.
You'll get a short rest. So, as we look, we can see that the back at the glade once more that we've seen. However, this time the glade seems more dim and silent. It was once a sanctuary. Now it seems to be covered with a canopy of darkened pine. The glade is strewn with broken branches and churned earth. The soft whisper of the nearby brook, drowned out by the echoes of struggle that occurred. Blood stains all the leaf moss, and the fading light filters weakly through the trees as dusk starts to claim the sky. Fah'zee, as you enter in through, you are bloodied. You've been fighting a bunch of wolves that had attacked the city. You see Beryl laying over by that same area where he was before, where you guys had traced out the ruins on the rocks. He stands there. You see him bloodied. You can see marks all over him. And you can see there's a body of some creature sitting over next to him with an arrow sticking out of his heart.
I run over to Veril and see if I can help him in any way.
Yeah. So as you run over to Veril, and you kind of check on him, you can see that he's there and bleeding next to this. He's on the ancient stones, and you can see him bleeding. And next to him is the felled direwolf, the same wolf that attacked the village that you helped protect when he said he would drag it away. But you knew he was going to bring it here. Massive corpse you see over on the side, slowly shifting, revealing twisted human limbs as the silvered arrow juts out of its chest. He looks to you and he says, Fah'zee, you're good.
I've survived so far. How about you? What can I do?
He smiles. He said, I had to confront the creature here. Let it threaten Glimmerglen again. It's the same creature that brought me to you in the first place. You defeat the rest of the wolves.
Yes.
Good.
They're gone. They're done.
Good.
Town is safe.
Kind of looks around and he says, I spent years training here. These stones, learning trust, balance, purpose. Light. Blade only remembers blood. And it looks to you, tears dripping down his eyes. You said you wanted to see if you could help him?
Yes.
Medicine check? As you're kind of going through, he looks over as you're looking at him. He looks over at the dire wolf, now transforming back into sort of a human of sorts. He says, I thought this would...
I think I only made it worse.
He says, I thought this would end the curse. Wrong. It only begins. He then reaches into his side, almost kind of behind him, with his hand weakly, and he pulls out, and you've seen this object many times. He's never spoke of it, and he takes this broken blade, fragment of a sword, puts it into your hands. See the tip of this proud sword sort of broken off, and on the pommel you can see a lion head, which is sort of on it. That's there, it's engraved. He looks to you and he says, this is the lion's rampant of Everin. Must protect it.
With my life.
Dusk elves may be gone. I may be the last one. No, you're not elvish, but you'll continue to tell our story.
I will.
Just as he says that to you, I think on your object, I don't know if you remember if you saw that or not, but there's a description of what happens when it's dusk.
Yeah.
What does it say there?
It says that the first time the moon shines on it or at dusk, I can hear a sound. I can hear it say something. Let me
Yes.
see.
Yeah, so as he pulled that blade out and put it in your hand, clearly it was behind him, and dusk is now here, and you can see the moon is full, coming up across the just the horizon or the tree line there. And as it comes up, you hear a very sort of dark baritone sort of voice, and it says, "Still once," sort of whispers out, and you recognize that the whisper is in Sylvan, a language that you have learned from this man, Variel, who's standing taught you the word. He looks to you and he says, "I've seen shadows too. No, this land is not what it was. Take this. Blade. Members. So must you."
I will remember.
Can you give me a history check? As you say that and you're doing your history check, he smiles weakly at you as you can see the blood continues to pour out from a fatal wound that's there.
Do I get to re-roll that?
Yeah.
No! We're doing
No?
inspiration.
Oh, I
won't
forgot about
re-roll.
inspiration.
I won't re-roll it then.
All right, that sounds good.
I get a point because I had a miss. Sorry. Sorry to interrupt your dream sequence.
It's all good. It's all good. So you get a point. So as he does, you don't remember anything from history about this blade. You just know that he's had it. And as Variel dies, the forest goes still as he takes his last breath, the wind rustling through the pines. You see the blade fragment. It glows faintly in your hand. You feel almost as if the last rays of dusk are sort of being collected at the edge of the sword.
I hold it up to the sky and look at it.
As you do, you feel, as you hold it up, more light seems to go into it, and it sort of twitches and pulses. Suddenly, as quickly as it started to glow, it grows cold. The light disappears. Just then, you feel a hand, unfamiliar, unseen, rests lightly on your shoulder. The scent of blood and pine and sorrow fades. A mist sort of rises up. And as it does, you turn and you see someone you have not seen in a very long time. You see Riptide, your brother, puts his hand gently on your shoulder. Grapip is stumbling out of a side alley chasing a feather. And you also see Bee walking down from a near hilltop, amber shard casting a golden light and swirling haze, almost pulling her toward you. As they do, you see the mist sort of converges around them, following you as it goes in. You guys find yourself standing on a deserted street of Neverwinter. Cobblestones are thick with moisture. The lanterns have been snuffed out. Fog is thick, swallowing sound, muffling the world that surrounds you, except for one thing. You see a house, a rather large house standing in front of you. Clouds have covered the stars. The house seems to be the only thing not within the fog.
Well, if it isn't my little brothers and sisters. Or, wait, you're all my little brothers.
Yep. Wait, catch that feather. Don't let it go. I'm like trying to catch it.
So as
No,
you get it,
Riptide goes first. Oh, I got it.
you see Riptide jumps up and grabs it for you.
Whoa.
Yeah, there you go. Second doesn't matter.
Thanks, Riptide. Where?
Well, not like a
what?
negative to you. Like, I had to get it first.
That's where. Well, how? Where? What?
Why are you surprised? The stars brought us all here in the Neverwinter.
I don't think the stars like me very much. I'm not certain. I feel very Safe right now.
You're as safe as can be. You're with your family.
I have to say, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Riptide, you're looking as manly as ever.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Check out this hair, huh? And I flip it over.
Ah, is that a new feather?
Yep. New feather.
I didn't think your hair was naturally red like mine.
Oh yeah, yep. There's no much dye in there. Nothing like that. Nope. All natural.
And the blue, is that a blue beard?
Yep. Sea bluebeard.
Wow, that definitely had to come from your mother.
Oh, that and a little Grimberry blueberries, I just kind of mix them in there and then let it ferment on my face for a day.
Don't those taste
Ah, that's why
terrible?
you smell so good. What about you, Fah'zee? How are you doing? Where's your little bear friend?
Oh, where is he?
He is gone. He is not there with you.
He's gone. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think you have him yet,
Because
right?
in the story you gave me,
Yeah.
he stuck around for a little
Yeah.
while after.
Yeah, he comes and goes, but yeah, he's not with you now.
Okay. He left when Varel left.
Oh, I haven't thought of Varel in a very long time.
Yeah, where did Varel go?
He went to meet his ancestors.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Fah'zee.
It was a strange animal, sort of wolf, but turned into a human-like creature after it died. Strange thing.
Would I recognize what he's talking about?
That's a great question. Let me have you do a nature check. Oop, I forgot that doesn't work. Hang on a second. I gotcha. Give me a second. It's the first day. I'm okay.
Oh, that sounds like a werewolf. Is that what it could have been, Fah'zee?
Likely, yes. I've never seen one. Varel never explained it to me before he passed. Just said that it was a creature that originally brought him to us.
Interesting.
Oh, it didn't scratch you or bite you, did it?
Uh,
I go checking. I'm like checking his ears and his teeth to see.
Nice.
It was already dead when I got there.
Oh, so it didn't touch you. That's
No.
good. It's good.
Varel led it away from the city. I dealt with. I have lots of scratches, by the way, because I was fighting a bunch of wolves, but none of them were from this creature.
Guys, this house, it makes me want to play a dirge. This seems very
It looks
sad.
spooky.
Yeah.
What's that I hear?
Nice. That's awesome.
Oh my god.
That was 8 months ago. 6 months ago.
Oh my god. That's so much fun.
Too funny.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Love it. All right.
Well, Riptide will go first.
As you see, Riptide starts to walk towards this big manor that's 4 stories tall and has narrow windows and high peaked roofs. Take a quick break.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let Riptide go very far without me following second.
All right, got it. So you guys.
I gotta go first. That's how I lost
It's
Ember.
okay. I gotta go second.
Better music here. Let me see what I can. I'm gonna have something better than this.
I just like humming a little tune, tap tap tap, right behind you.
Well, since it's Fah'zee and I right back here, I'm gonna go ahead and cast guidance on him.
Okay, that sounds good.
Well, let's go see what we've got to deal with now. And I'll just pat him on the back and give him some guidance.
Nice. I like it.
Can always use a good guide. Let's head. Where are we heading into this building? Is that what we're doing?
Well, that's where Riptide's going. We're going to check this place out.
I guess we'll follow Rip.
If we don't go in this building, the DM will just put another building in front of us that looks the exact same.
Oh, what are you saying? A slight bit of railroading?
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's tons of railroading. Are you kidding me? This is like complete railroad. It's
You're
just the
in
way
a
this works.
subdivision, and they all look like this building.
Well, you can always go into the mist. I don't recommend it, but you can always go into the mist. So,
Probably just end up back at the same place.
we did that in it. What? Sorry, I don't mean to digress a little out of character, but what? We played something where you guys, that happened to you. I don't remember which one it was, though.
Was it Out of the Abyss with the Fah'zee that had like, it was like a magic mist that would make spells go crazy, and you had to roll on the wild magic surge table and stuff?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't remember what we played, but there was something where they ended up going into the mist. Or it came out of the mist or something, but it all blends. Alrighty. So as you walk up, again, I got to give you the description, right? So talked about what it looks like. You can see the picture. As you walk up, you can see the portico has a centerpiece of sort of a stone arch that sort of stands sentinel before the house's oaken doors. There's a wrought iron gate that fills the arch. Its rusty hinges creaking as it sways into the wind. On either side of the gate, oil lamps hang from chains. Their light dim and flickering, casting a sickly glow that barely pierces the surrounding fog. Beyond the gate, a steady set of sturdy oaken doors stand closed, framed by the gate and the lamps. The doors are old and weathered. Wood is darkened by time. They stand strong and proud, an unwelcome entrance to the house beyond. A gust of wind sweeps past you, and carrying with it is a whisper of bed that sends shivers down your spine.
Rip, I feel like we shouldn't be here.
I don't know. Riptide feels like we're in the right spot.
Well, Grapip feels like I need to go and have a drink.
Drinking's bad for your health.
Not if you have my handy dandy mug. I should show the...
Take a drink?
Yep.
All right, so I think Mike had seen what I was talking about, but the interface has changed with Fantasy Grounds, so I just want to talk about real quick. So when you right-click on your character, it's going to give you a list now versus the other. And if you go to move your characters, let me see if it's locked. It is. It's going to give you a different sort of interface. I think it's a lot cleaner. So if you want to try moving your character, you can sort of see what it does.
Oh, this is really upgraded.
I want to look through the window.
Ah, gotcha. Alrighty. And then I can approve it. So there you go. So yeah, the interface is a little bit different. The arrows are a little different too now. Instead of having the radial, it's got it on the list here. So just so you're aware.
Do we see the shimmer by the door?
The room looks empty.
Yeah,
Door
why is it?
shimmering.
It's not supposed to shimmer.
It's shimmering.
Oh my
I
god.
think it's the fog.
We got shimmers.
Shimmers.
We got shimmers.
Give me my shimmers.
It went away from me.
Already broken. Already broken. Didn't take long.
I don't. Broken how?
Yeah.
Everybody's
He's
seeing
hiding.
shimmers.
He's hiding the trap, B. He's hiding the trap.
Everybody sees shimmers.
I don't see no shimmers.
I only see fog.
All right, I fixed it. I got it. I fixed it. We're good. Everything's good. Everybody relax. No shimmers anymore. All right, so Fah'zee, as you walk up to look through the window, you kind of sort of jump up and peer through, and technically you're not supposed to see anything. So you don't see anything in there.
Okay. Because I can
I
see.
know. You can clearly see. There's curtains across each of the windows. I apologize.
Okay.
I should have put curtains on them. What was I thinking?
I'll move back
Oh,
then.
here, let me unlock.
I'm gonna touch the gate and see if it's locked.
It's not.
Oh, there's a gate there in front of us.
Yep,
Okay.
there's a gate. Yep.
Push it open.
There you go. You should be able to walk through it.
Oh, Riptide's got to go. Can't lose you, Pip.
So as you get closer to the house, each of your objects that we talked about that everybody has sort of has this hum or this feeling of energy as you get closer and closer to the door.
My feather is feeling a little.
Like vibrating almost.
Yeah.
Is the sword glowing or
Mhm.
just vibrating? Okay.
It is.
What about my Page of Doom?
Your Page of Doom, the runes on it, now the map has sort of changed from a city's map, and there's just runes that are sort of circling all over. Normally the page doesn't really have anything going on it, like it's just kind of a blank page with some runes that you can't understand. But you can see they're kind of moving all across the page.
I'm
That's
gonna knock on the door.
Okay. You knock, and you can hear sort of this hollow knock. And as you do, you hear the latch just sort of give a little bit, and the door just cracks just slightly.
Anybody home?
As you kind of yell that in, you don't hear anything come from the other side. Now, for Fah'zee and LillaBea, as you guys are in the back, the fog is completely engulfed all around you. The street you were standing on now is in the fog, and the fog essentially is right around the house.
Oh, well, this isn't good. Can we go inside? Grapip?
I don't hear anyone. I think it's fine for us to go in. We're coming in.
All right. So as you kind of yell that, you just start to make your way in.
Yeah.
So as you walk through the door, you see hanging on the west wall. I hate it when they get the directions mixed up. Of this foyer is a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms. You see it stylized with a golden windmill and a red field of the coat of arms, and it's flanked by two framed portraits, stony-faced aristocrats. There's a mahogany framed double doors that lead out of the foyer that are set with panes of stained glass.
Looks like rich folk live here.
At least at one time.
Yeah, they didn't keep the place up though by the outside, I would say. Hello? Anyone home?
You don't hear anything call out as you yell that out.
LillaBea, close the door. You don't want to let a draft in.
I'll shut the doors behind us as I'm like looking out into the fog to see if there's anything coming.
Nice. As you shut the door, all your objects immediately stop doing anything. All the vibrations, any of the sort of color, the light from them, they all completely stop.
Ah, peculiar.
And as they do, Riptide walks into the next room, and you see him kind of walk through the doors. And Riptide, as you do, you see here there's a black marble fireplace at one end, and you see a sweeping red marble staircase on the other. The staircase obviously goes up. Mounted above on the wall above the fireplace is a you see a longsword that's there, and it has a windmill cameo that's sort of carved into the hilt. Wood paneled walls are ornately sculpted with images of vines and flowers, nymphs, and satyrs as well. You see that the decorative paneling follows the staircase as it circles upward to the.
Anybody want this
Nope,
longsword?
I lied. It's not a sword. I apologize. I misread it. You see a portrait that's there. It's not a
Anybody
sword.
want this portrait?
Hang on. I'll help you out. This is what the portrait looks like.
The
Read
Dirt
the wrong
family
room.
portrait. I can't see. Is it Fred? Fred Durst?
Just, you got to zoom in. Can't you see it way at the bottom? I'll zoom right in.
Oh, mine's taking just a second to load it.
Oh, okay. It's Mr. Gustav and Mrs. Elizabeth Durst with their 2 children, Thornabold and Rosavalda.
Yeah, mine's still not loading in.
Mine's blank too.
Probably because I grabbed the PNG that's like 12 megabytes versus making it a JPEG because I tried to make it a JPEG.
Oh, there it is.
Did it finally come up? I probably
Yep.
grabbed the PNG.
There's a baby.
There's a baby.
Yeah, it just came up for me.
Said with their 2 children, but not their 3 children. Creepy. You know what? I feel like our dad would have a little bit of mustache jealousy.
The little boy there looks a little scared.
Yeah, and he doesn't seem to be looking to his mother or father for help, but his sister. And also, I feel like Gustav's mustache is much better than Bert's.
Mom looks a lot like somebody named Cruella.
Hmm.
Is there anything odd about this picture?
Perception check?
Who are you? There we are.
As you guys are standing in there, you can hear kind of the rain coming through the, kind of down the chimney or whatever that you can hear there. And Fah'zee, as soon as you step into the room, the door slams shut behind you.
What?
And as it does, the rain stops.
That was creepy.
Yep, you're able to open the door. So,
Yeah, I can still open it. That's
yep,
good.
you can. You can open it back up again. Yep. But as it does, there's a sensation like things are quiet, almost too quiet. So, Grapip, as you kind of look at the picture and everything else, you don't see anything necessarily with the picture, but you see the carvings on the wall.
What beautiful imagery of serpents and skulls in the walls around us. LillaBea, don't you find it so enthralling?
As the door slams shut, LillaBea, are you looking at that other door?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, so I saw you were kind of like next to, is that a door there? Yeah, there's a door there too. So as you're looking at that door and you turn around and you hear Grapip say that, on the wall, just near kind of next to Fah'zee on the opposite side by the steps, you see blood letters start to sort of write themselves across the ceiling, or across the wall, starting at the top, just above the marble staircase. And they start to write out these words, and as the blood drips down, it follows the tracing of letters. The first line says, "Beneath this dwelling lurks a beast." Next line says, "Who hungers for a bloody feast." The line after that says, "He sleeps until the midnight chime. He wakes to feed his dark design. Morsels seek to flee their doom. Bring toward his secret room. Gift to soothe his savage mood. Mind but mind the servants of this brood. Just then, the grandfather clock that's in this room, you hear, strikes 6 o'clock.
Oh my. We got 6 hours to find something for the beast in this basement. Or else we're toast.
You all see the writing on the wall, right?
The writing is indeed on the wall.
What is it telling us to find?
Bring toward his secret room a gift to soothe his savage mood.
Sounds
Can
like
we open
have
up
to
this door again?
give a gift.
Yeah, you can.
That sounds pretty vague.
I'm gonna go back to the main door
Okay.
and open it up and see what it looks like outside now.
Yeah, so when you open up the door, you now see, you're able to bring that door forward. The outside, the entire door is covered with this sort of red blood sort of covered tendrils that are kind of pulsating. And you see multiple of them wrapped, closed across the door as you're kind of there, and they kind of just sort of vibrate. They pulse in size where they kind of get a little bigger and a little smaller as blood kind of drips down.
Okay. It looks like we don't have any choice about going outside.
Why do you say that?
Oh, there's a huge blood tentacle wall outside the front door now, instead of the mist.
Oh, good. I'm sure that bodes well.
Maybe that's the bloody feast he wants.
Maybe this is just what I deserve after everything that I've done.
What?
Oh,
You deserve an adventure with your family?
With bloody tentacles and a beast that wants to kill me, yes.
I'll open this door.
All right, go for it. So as you open up that door there, you see what appears to be a small cloakroom. The room itself has several black cloaks that hang from hooks on the walls. You see at the top shelf, high up, there's a top hat that sits there.
I'll jump up and knock it
Okay.
out.
So you jump up there and you grab the top hat, and as you hit the top hat comes falling down, and as it does, you see there's an envelope poking out from underneath.
I'll take the envelope out.
All right. So as you take out the envelope, you see that the envelope is addressed to a lady, Lovina Walker.
Anybody know of Lovina Walker?
No, never heard of her.
Walker? Yeah.
Nope.
Or at least I don't think so. But who knows? Maybe my memories are getting taken away.
I'll open it up.
So as you open it up, you find inside it is a card that appears to be an invitation. Looks like this.
Barovia Village.
Oh.
I don't think I recognize that place. Have any of you heard of it?
No.
No.
Definitely not a place I've been to before.
All right.
But dinners and refreshments, that can't be too bad, right?
I wonder if it's bananas. It looks like on the side it's banana peels. I don't know.
All right. So as you do that, just so for time, you look back at the clock and you see 15 minutes has clicked off the clock. So it's now 6:15.
Just sending us some of my notes as we're taking them this time around versus.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
Well, maybe we should look around. What do you think, Riptide?
Yep. Yeah, I think so.
Time's a ticking.
I'll search the rest of this room.
What's that again?
I'll search the rest of that little coat room.
Okay. I'll go ahead and give me a perception check. All right, so you search through that cloakroom. Let me see if there's anything else. There is not, but just so you understand that the way time works, when you search, it takes 15 minutes. It's now 18.
Okay, well, I'll let everybody else do their 15-minute thing. I didn't want to, like, jump to all the rooms.
Yeah, I gotcha. No worries. I'm just giving you an idea. So if you guys end up searching, it is anybody searches. It's 15 minutes per room. Every time you go into a room, it's 15 minutes.
Oh boy.
So are these human-sized cloaks?
Yes, they are.
I'll take one.
Me
Okay.
too.
They
All
look
right.
well made.
Yeah, very well made.
Nice. Make a nice pillow.
Somebody popped open the door. I wasn't sure who that was. I missed it. I'm sorry. Maybe it misclicked, but that's fine.
It wasn't me this time.
No worries. It's all good.
Which
You know,
door?
I'm bad about that.
Let's try this one down south.
Riptide goes first.
Oh, well, I used my 15 minutes.
Oh.
Oh no, it all counts, so it's all good.
Is it one action for 15, or can we all do one action?
Well, you all could search the room if you wanted to. It's going to be 15 minutes though. When you search, it adds 15 minutes to the clock. So it's just a way for me to keep track to see how close you are to midnight.
Yeah, but can't we get 4 searches in 15 minutes? 4
Sure,
different
you can do 4 searches. Sure.
Okay. Negotiate. Riptide negotiates.
You rolled a 19. I don't know if they're going to be better than a 19. 22, but yeah, it's all good.
I guess let's see what this room down south here has to offer.
So, Grapip, as you open up that door, you see that this room, you kind of catch a glimpse of something that appears almost feral behind it. There's an amber eye that sort of flashes in the darkness, and you see this bestial muzzles kind of curled in a snarl towards you. But then you see that there's this gray, full-furred wolf sort of frozen in place. It's only a moment before you realize that it's not moving. Another before you realizes that it's not alone. You see several in them. This oak-paneled room looks like a hunter's den. Mounted above the fireplace is a stag's head. Positioned around the outskirts of the room are 2 additional stuffed wolves. A large gray wolf, a smaller brown wolf. 2 padded chairs draped in animal furs face the hearth. An oak table between them supporting an assortment of objects. A chandelier hangs above the cloth-covered table surrounding by 4. 2 cabinets stand against the walls. A pair of small toys seem to have been forgotten.
I'm gonna see what's on this table right here.
Okay.
Think we have time to search this room, squad?
I think so.
we should.
Let's all
Yep.
take a gander.
Let me see what's on this table. I'm looking. Hang on one second. I apologize.
These poor wolves.
Perception
Who would
or
do this to their
investigation?
animals?
I don't feel bad for them.
Perception's fine. Yep. You all can roll if you want to, so that's fine. So Rip, I got yours. So Rip, you kind of look around. You're kind of distracted by the wolves as well as Grapip. Grapip, you kind of look at the table to kind of see what's there. And as you look there, you just see that really it's just sort of some cutlery that's there, a plate. Looks like it was set up for maybe like someone to come in and have dinner for it or whatnot. LillaBea, as you search around, you see the 2 toys that are on the ground, and they're small plush gray wolves. Appear to have like a threadbare coat, almost as if like they've been mended quite a bit. You can think of your kids' toys probably when they were all matted, and you always had to fix them after they'd been loved quite a bit.
I'll take them.
As you pick them up and you flip them over, you see stitched clumsily on their bellies. One reads Rose, and the other reads Thorn.
Oh, well, makes sense that it would be the children's toys.
Fah'zee, as you're searching around, you see that the cabinet, the one you're right next to, appears to be locked.
This one's locked here, guys.
Ooh, I like getting into things I'm not allowed to be.
And
Rifling through.
As Grapip goes over to kind of rifle through that, you also see Fah'zee on the other cabinet. On the top, there is a piece of child's needlework that's sort of sitting at the top that maybe Riptide wouldn't see because of his height, but because you're 2 inches taller, you're able to see that it's there, even though you got to jump up to grab it.
I try not to look down on Rip. But...
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah,
I'm taller with my hair.
Yeah.
Right. Swing my hair back.
Grapip, if you have Thieves' Tool, if you want to go ahead and try to unlock that, you're more than welcome.
Yeah. Sweet. Question.
Yeah.
So when I roll in the tower, I don't know if I get inspiration or not.
I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, so yeah, I'm gonna...
Just remind me at times, and then I will remind you. Plus, you get to roll at advantage. You guys tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe any tools that you get from your feet or your background, you get to roll with advantage. I thought I read that.
I didn't know that. I saw the note that you put in there, but I
I'm
wasn't
pretty sure
sure.
That's true.
Advantage? Okay.
I think so, if I read
I
it
guess-
right. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to give it to you anyways.
Roll it again.
Oh, nice roll. I think the idea is that if you're proficient in it, you should be better than someone that's not proficient, so they give you advantage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
Seems good.
Yeah. So as you do that, you quickly unlock the door to that Grapip and are able to open it up. As you do, karate chop. Oh, did you kick the? Did you actually hit the karate chop or kick the wolf?
I don't know. No, I just did my action.
Oh,
The
okay,
flash
gotcha.
action.
Watcha! All right, gotcha. Yeah, the wolf doesn't move. So as you pop open
You're going to have to start making Bruce Lee noises.
God. I love it. I picture everybody's all serious and Rip's over there like pretending to do Bruce Lee moves. That's great. As you open up that cabinet, you see that the cabinet has 5 silvered crossbow bolts with about 60 other regular crossbow bolts.
Hey, Fah'zee. Got any use for this? And I show him.
Well, not at the moment. I don't have a crossbow, but maybe if we find one. So we should take the silver ones and maybe some of the rest.
Okay. I'll
What's
grab
that? What's the needle point?
Yeah,
look
so
like?
as you bring down the needlepoint, Fah'zee, and you look at it, you see that the needlepoint depicts a boy and a girl holding hands of a young woman alongside a clumsily stitched words that reads, "For Miss Clara," in all caps. The young woman's face has been slashed and cut out of the actual...
Right, I sense family strife.
Fah'zee, are you still working on those wolves?
Riptide?
Or Riptide, sorry. Riptide.
Yeah. No. I just showed up this one wolf to my right, and I'm walking away, looking back like, yeah, I should be
All right.
okay.
Got it. So as you guys are all kind of looking at the needlework and everything, Riptide, when you look back, all 3 wolves are now standing together in the corner here, all snarling at you.
That's interesting.
We didn't see them move. They just showed up over there.
Yep. As you guys all looked at what Fah'zee was talking about, you're all taking a peek. when you look back up, all three of them are sitting over there.
That's creepy, 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 creepy.
Did you move them, Rip?
No.
I grabbed the 4 silvered crossbow bolts.
Okay.
I did. I just practiced my moves and didn't hit him. Came within very close, like a hair width. Wah! I'll check out this fireplace.
Alrighty. As you look, you can see that the fireplace is cold. You don't feel any wind blowing in or out of the fireplace. No wood within.
And there's a big mound over top.
Yep, there's a big elk, I think it is.
I jump up and grab its antlers and do a couple pull-ups and then look at it and see if I see anything.
All right, yeah, you do that. I mean, just ripples, right? A little glistening off the back muscles. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I oiled up before we came in.
Right. Yeah, you have oil in your inventory. I thought it was for other stuff, but I now know what it's for. So that's your baby oil. So as you do that and you pull yourself up and take a look, you see in its sort of mouth that's there, you can see the small sort of cutout stitch of the actual needlework that's sitting in there of whatever the head was, but of that the lady in between. But it's all like torn up and sort of kind of almost destroyed, so you can't really make out her face. But
I'm gonna try and see in it. Is there anything hidden in there?
just that.
I'll drop that.
All right, hit the floor. As you go to the door, you hear the clock ding 7 o'clock.
So we checked both cabinets, right?
Yep, you did. Yep.
Okay. I'll back out of the room watching the wolves.
Okay. As you do, you can see them almost as if their eyes sort of watch you as you move across, snarling it.
I'll open this door.
Yeah, Fah'zee, I think I understand why you don't like wolves now.
Yeah, they're kind of a bane.
So, Rip, as you start to get towards that door, you hear the sound of what sounds like clinking glasses. There's like subtle, sort of quiet laughter. Almost hear like a distant conversation that's talking. But as soon as you open the door, the sounds disappear.
What the heck?
As you enter, you see a wood-paneled dining room. The centerpiece is a carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs, sculpted armrests, and cushioned seats. A large crystal chandelier hangs above the table, which is set with resplendent silverware, crystal glasses polished to a dazzling shine. Mounted above the marble fireplace is a mahogany-framed painting of alpine vale. Wall paneling is carved in elegant images of deer among trees. You see the red silk drapes cover the windows. Tapestry hangs from iron rods that are bolted along the south wall. The table groans beneath the weight of a delicious-looking feast. Exquisite dishes lay on the grand platters. There's succulent roasted poultry glazed with honey sauce, perfectly cut grilled cuts of beef that are still steaming slightly that you can see coming off. A variety of cheeses and fresh fruits, freshly baked breads giving off this very aromatic, comforting smell as you walk.
This smells delicious. I am ravenous.
If you reach for it, I'll pop your hand for a minute.
Riptide, the curtains are closed too, even though it doesn't look like they are closed.
I'll check the food to see if it's first real and if it's, if it's fresh, if it's real or
So how do you check
poisonous.
to see if it's real? What do you do?
I'm gonna pick up, you said, was there some bread?
Yeah,
pick up
there's
some of the bread.
Yep. So you pick it
Just
up.
sniff it and check it.
Yeah. As you pick it up, it's warm and soft, and you can feel just that perfect sort of baked bread. And you smell it, and the smell of this sweet sort of sourdough fills the nose as you can smell that bread. It smells absolutely.
Can I have some?
Well, it smells all right, but seems rude to just, take somebody's food. But I'll put it back down on the plate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Riptide's on a low carb diet, and then they put the honey sauce on the protein. I can't do it. Too much sugar.
But those grilled cut beefs, there's nothing on them. They're simmering. You can see a little bit of steam coming off of it. Cooked just to perfection.
I'm gonna check and see if I think anything magical's going on.
Ah, good. All right. I like it. Fah'zee, you don't sense anything that's magical? This doesn't look magical. This looks like a real meal.
Doing a 20-hour fast with a 4-hour eat time, and I'm not in my eat time. Sandial's not 3/4 full, so.
Is there anything? Well, we could. What is this like right here? This.
That right there. So that's a large tapestry that's down, but it's like a curtain on a curtain rod that's closed there, I think.
Okay.
Let me see if there's anything that's
Yeah, that.
yeah. Ooh, nice ping. Like it. Yeah, it's just some curtains that are pulled. You could pull it open, and there's a just some woodwork behind.
I'm gonna pull them open.
Yep. So you pull it open, you see some woodwork.
So this fireplace is pretty big. We could probably fit in it, right?
Yeah, you could probably get in it. Sure.
I'll look up into it to see if it's been used recently.
Yeah, so as you kind of peek in, there's no wood in the fireplace itself. You look up and you can see the fireplace goes up. It looks like probably 4 stories or so, because you remember it was a very tall building. It's cold in there, like cool, not cold, but cool. And as you look, you can see some creosote that's in there that you would expect in a chimney. As for saying, has it been used recently or whatnot, you don't see any sort of embers or anything that would make you think that it was burned within even the last couple hours. Or even potentially days. It's just hard to say. It's definitely not been lit recently.
Open those curtains to look outside.
So Grapip, as you open up those curtains, you see exactly what LillaBea had described to you, right? You see these pulsating, large red tendrils that have sort of wrapped around, you assume the entire house, that sort of pulse back and forth. The window, obviously, they're pushed up against it, so the red blood is sort of squished, and you can see it's kind of dripping down the edges wherever the tendrils are not pushing against the glass itself.
Well, it doesn't look like I was gonna make my dinner date. We're stuck here.
Can we move aside this tapestry to see what's behind it?
Oh, I already did.
Yep, Grapip already did. It's just wood paneling behind it that you see.
I guess we could. Do we want to search more in this room, like an actual search, in case we're missing something?
Sounds good. I'm gonna hop on the chandelier, do a couple pull-ups, and check it out.
Well, the chandelier stays as you do some pull-ups. As you do, you look at the crystal that's in there, and it's beautiful. It's all been cleaned. None of it's dusty. You can see kind of the through the room, the prisms and everything. It's beautiful.
I'm gonna, I guess, look around to see if there's any sort of, I had seen serpents and weird things in other rooms. So I'm gonna see if I can.
You've seen serpent? Oh, on the walls?
Yeah, in the other room there was snakes and stuff on the walls.
Yeah, Grapip. So you say that as you're looking at the wall, sort of nonchalantly, and LillaBea, you hear her say that.
Oh, whoa! These walls have something else on them.
As you all look, you can see that there's twisted faces carved into the tree trunks. See wolves lurking amid the carved foliage.
What is going on with this place?
I don't know, but it's really unsettling. I feel like ill at ease in this room. I think I need to leave.
Did I find anything with my perception check?
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. No, as you were looking in the chandelier, is that what you're looking at?
I was just kind of room
Yeah.
in general.
No, yeah. As you kind of search around the room, you don't see anything else other than this great food that's sitting all over the table. It smells delicious. Better than Granby's Thanksgiving dinner.
All right. Well, maybe the food will give us the hint. Riptide will take a bite of the luscious, only protein beef
Delicious.
with no sauce.
The best beef you've ever had. I mean, it's cooked to perfection.
Do I see anything?
No. Just
Any
a
vision?
half-eaten
Vision?
piece of beef. Nope.
My stomach grumbles.
Hey,
It growls.
Fah'zee, can you make sure I don't have any in my teeth?
Ooh, yeah, you got a big chunk right there, right in the middle of
Oh
your
my
front tooth.
god! All
Did you
right.
bring some floss with you?
No. Oh, only my loincloth.
Oh God.
I'll maybe rip a thread out of it.
I prestidigitation it out of his mouth. There,
Love it.
it's clean. I'm gonna grab a bite of the bread on the way out, like kind of just absent-mindedly.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Here's a door, just to the right.
Oh.
Oh, let's check that out.
Getting out of the way for Rip so he could,
Rip, as you open up the door, you see a tidy kitchen. There's dishware, cookware, utensils are neatly placed on the shelves. The work table has a cutting board and a rolling pin atop of it. There's a stone dome-shaped oven that stands near the east wall. Make sure the directions are correct. Well, we're going to say the north wall on this picture. You see its bent iron stovepipe connects to a hole in the ceiling. Behind the stove and to the left is a thin door. And in front of the right-hand corner of the room is a small wooden door set into the wall, right next to Fah'zee. On that south side, you can see a tiny little...
Right there.
Yep.
Can I check it out?
Sure. As you open the door,
I do.
there you go. So what you see is a small little dumbwaiter, about 2 feet wide, stone shaft, contains a little elevator box. It's connected to a simple rope and a pulley. And you can see that it can be pulled manually from either here or above. Things from the first floor up to the other floor.
So is it currently stationed here?
It is.
Is there anything on it?
Nope. Hanging next on the wall next to the dumbwaiter is a tiny brass bell attached by wires to what looks like buttons. Must be other areas.
Ooh, how fun. Do you think I could fit on there?
You could squeeze in there if you're small.
Well.
Need an acrobatic check to get in there. I mean, you got to be sort of contortionist, but yeah, potentially.
Ooh, well, you know who's a contortionist.
So is this just a kitchen then?
That's what it looks like so far, yep.
I'm a little scared of tight, dark spaces, though, so I don't really want to do that.
So you
Yeah,
see,
I just don't think we could fit on there.
you do see as you're kind of in this room for a little bit, you do see that one of the shelves contains a set of beautiful decorative plates. They're all painted with pictures of a window. One of the plates appears to have been knocked off the shelf and lies shattered in pieces on the spot in the plates.
Oh, wasn't there a windmill on the picture in the foyer? Was that what it was, or what was that? I can't remember.
Yes, there was a coat of arms when you first walked in.
Okay.
I think on the invitation too.
Yep,
Oh,
there
is
was
it?
yep, on the invitation as well.
I'll open this door up here. Check it out.
Okay. Let me see. So when you open up that door, you see a well-stocked pantry. All the food in this pantry appears to be fresh. cheeses, breads, got vegetables, fruits.
I'll search it.
As you search it, you see that there is a small copper pot that is sort of tucked behind one of the bags of flour.
I put it on my head.
So as you pick it up and go to put it on your head, an object inside falls out. As it does, you quickly reach out. I need an acrobatics check.
Catch it.
Let's see how well you do here. As you do, you see a bottle of wine hit you on the top of the head, the cork first, bangs your head, you bend over, rolls down your arm, down your back, and you quickly catch it just before it hits the floor. Also falling out is a piece of lace and a vial of a small little vial and a bouquet of wilted sun. A small roll of parchment.
Catch it with my butt cheeks. Cheeks of steel.
It is after 11, so we're good. All right, you got
it. I'll show it to everybody.
So you see the bottle of wine that he has does have a label that's on it, and the label shows that it's from. Here we go. This is the name of the wine. It's called Champagne de l'Estampe. It's from the Wizard of the Wines Winery.
What does the letter say? Is it a paramour's love letter?
So the parchment says, "For the light of my life, G."
Light of my life, what?
With the letter G.
Ah.
Probably Gustav.
And then the lace, the small piece of lace that you see, has the initial K sewn into one corner.
Oh.
And that small vial, when you look at it, you see that it has some sort of dried brown powder in it.
The initial K, like it's Clara, because she is breaking this household. She's breaking apart that marriage.
Why do you always blame the woman?
He is breaking apart their marriage.
As you say that, one of the knives on the kitchen flies off the shelf and embeds itself into the wall just next to Grapip, just missing the head.
Well, that wasn't fun.
When did it come off? When did it
Right when you guys looked at the note.
Ah, I see.
I think we got us a love triangle. Do.
Indeed. I would rather not be fodder for the knives in this room, so.
As you walk out,
you want to go up the stairs?
You see the clock says 7:45.
Riptide, you want to lead the way?
If the
Oh
portals,
yeah.
See if the portals work. I don't know if they will. If you get to the top and it doesn't do anything, let me know. Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure I got you going to the right floor. Hang on a second. There's 4 of them. I need a second. One moment, please.
Well, I fell up the stairs. I'm going back up.
Oh my gosh. It's this one. Okay.
These safety rails are just not meant for small people.
Yeah, I see that.
Bear with me while I drag you all over. Alright, so as you make your way up the stairs, you see unlit oil lamps are mounted on the walls of this elegant hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece now is the long sword that I talked about, because I read the wrong floor, is sitting there. You see that it has a windmill cameo. Standing suits of armor flank the wooden doors on the east and west walls. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. Doors between them are carved like images of demons. A red marble staircase continues in its upward spiral to the third floor. A cold draft is whispering down from
Guess I'd take a good look at these statues.
All right, so as you look at them, they're actually suits of armor that are there that you see. They're human size, unfortunately, but they're full plate. They have this visored helmet that's shaped like a wolf.
Stairs go up and down here?
They do, yep. You guys obviously came from the first floor. They continue up to the third floor.
Is there any writing or runes on the sword?
It doesn't have any runes, but it does have the windmill that's carved into the, similar to the windmill you've seen all throughout the place.
Interesting.
It's a longsword.
All right, guys. I'll look in these rooms, see if we can't find what we're looking for.
You hear the door, the clock below ring 8 o'clock. Grandfather.
Open, mister.
That one? All right, gotcha. So as you open up that door, you just beforehand you could hear the faint sound of a harpsichord playing beyond the doors. As you open it up, you enter into an elegantly appointed hall. The windows are covered with gossamer drapes. A brass-plated chandelier hangs from the ceiling, and you see that the upholstered chairs line the walls. Several stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men and women and children singing and playing instruments. A harpsichord with a bench rests in the southwest corner. Yeah, everything's all mixed up. And near the fireplace is a large standing harp. Alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the mantel.
Oh my goodness, this is a beautiful harp. My, oh my, oh my.
Do you recognize that song that we were hearing?
It tickles the memory, but I don't know if I know it.
I push a couple of keys on the
As you
piano.
press your fingers to the keys, notes echo. A haunting melody fills the quiet, dusty room. As you touch and continue to play, the music seems to take on a life of its own. Hands start to move across the keys, unbidden as if they're guided by an unseen force. On the edges of the room, spectral figures begin to materialize, spinning and weaving as though they were led by the song you play. Most are unfamiliar to you. You recognize two. Elizabeth Durst, in the corner, watching Gustav's apparition dancing with a beautiful young woman wearing very humble clothes. The eyes of Elizabeth's apparitions narrow into a cold and furious stare. Dancers pay her little heed. However, the song grows faster as the spirits swirl into the rhythm of the harpsichord's crescendo. With a swift movement, Elizabeth reaches for a pendant around her spectral neck. A shimmering amber shard hung on a cord in the east. As her ghostly fist curls around it, her eyes flash bright, menacing amber. The spectral dancers dissipate, swept away as if by an unseen.
I'll grab my amber shard.
Yeah, as
Does
you
it do anything?
feels very warm. Feels warm in your hand. It's not lit, but it feels very warm, almost like it's been under hot water. Elizabeth's apparition lingers for a moment longer and then disappearing with the rest. As it does, the sound resonates throughout the room. Low sound of scraping wood originating from the room across the hall. Floor trembles faintly. You hear a crash from the mantelpiece. Two alabaster figurines have fallen from their place on the shelf, one toppled over on its side, the other shattered across the floor.
Oh my. Someone is very angry.
Geez, I didn't even know I could play.
I'm impressed. You play a piano better than I can.
As you were playing the piano, you found that one of the keys was stuck in the down position.
Which key?
We got to take a lift off of this thing and check inside.
LillaBea, the amber shard in your hand now feels cool to the touch.
Now that the apparition and the music is done.
Correct. So you're going to pop off the lid, Fah'zee?
Look at where the strings are.
So as you pop off the lid and you take a look inside, you see that there is a rolled piece of parchment tucked in the string.
I'll pull it out.
As you pull it out, you see that it's a piece of sheet music. It's titled "The Waltz for Clara."
Oh. Can I read it? Like, do I understand what song it would be?
Sure, of course you do.
Gonna...
It's not a song you've heard before, but you definitely can read music.
I'm gonna try to play it on my lute.
Okay. I need a performance. Be with advantage. Smoky.
Oh,
Got it.
well.
I got you.
18 plus 5.
I got
sorry.
you. No worries. That's okay. No problem. So as she plays that, you start to hear the haunting melody that you just heard fills the quiet room. And just as before, you see the spectral figures begin to materialize, spinning and weaving, dancing. Elizabeth Durst in the corner watching Gustav, beautiful woman in humble clothes. The eyes narrow cold in a furious state. You know exactly where this is going. And it turns bright amber. The anger's there, and you can feel that again, LillaBea, against your chest. From it. She lingers for a bit longer and then disappears. There's no sound of any movement.
Interesting. Hey, Fah'zee, can I have that music?
Yep, here you go.
Thanks. I'm going to touch the harp.
Okay. So as you touch it, you can feel the strings at the tips of your fingertips. They feel taut, waiting to be played.
I'm going to pluck a few strings.
So as you pluck a few of those strings, the music comes through, but with that harp, despite you kind of picking a melody that seems to be uplifting, it seems very dour and sort of almost depressing as you play.
It's a very sad harp. I was never really formally trained on this instrument. It's for the wealthy, and as you guys all know, I'm broke, so. Anything with this fireplace here?
Just the figurines that had fallen, the two that had fallen to the floor.
Can we tell which ones they were?
Yeah, so as you look at it, you can see that figurine has cracked across the face, arms, and torso and depicts a young, slender female. Shattered figurine has broken into a dozen pieces and appears to probably have once depicted a comely older man. Third female dancer figurine remains defiantly standing atop the mantelpiece. All three stood.
Interesting. The plot thickens. Let's go see what that noise was. Did it kind of sound like it was from this room?
It did. Across the hallway.
Come on, Rip.
I'm coming. My hair got in my eyes.
So, Rip, as you open up the door, you see red velvet drapes cover the windows in this room. An exquisite mahogany desk and matching high back chairs face the entrance and a fireplace. Above hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched upon a rocky crag. Situated in the corners of the rooms are two overstuffed chairs. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the southern wall, and you see a rolling ladder which allows one to reach the top shelves. The back, on the back side of the bookshelf in the very top northeast corner, you see that the bookshelf has been slid open. What appears to be a secret.
Ooh, secret tunnel. Anything on this desk?
Yeah, so as you look through the desk, you see that it has an oil lamp, a jar of ink, a quill pen, a tinder box. There's a letter that contains a red wax candle. Oh, a letter kit containing a red wax candle, 4 blank sheets of parchment, wooden seal that bears the Durst family insignia. It does have drawers as well, so I'm assuming you guys searched that. Oh, I see Riptide. He's got it in there. Thanks, Rip. So the top drawer.
Always throwing that perception out.
I like it. The top drawer contains recipes for candles, daggers, a number of receipts. Sorry, for candles, daggers, incense, and it appears that they've bought quite a few. Probably more than you would likely expect.
I'll pull the receipts out.
Okay, gotcha. So as you do, you see that the receipts are for about 45 daggers, about 150 candles, probably about 35 sticks of incense.
Jesus.
Kinky. All right, I'm gonna keep the receipts. You always keep the receipts.
Gotta keep the receipts. You see the bookshelves have hundreds of tomes that cover things from what looks like history and warfare, alchemy, that are there. And you also see what looks like books of poetry and fiction that are listed as first editions.
I'm gonna go to where I thought that little secret passage was.
Yeah, so Grapip, as you kind of walk over there, take a look, you see room. Read it to you. The small hidden room is packed with bookshelves that are groaning from old and ominous-looking leather-bound tomes. A heavy wooden chest with clawed iron feet stands on the east wall. Its lid is half closed. Sticking out of the chest, its ribs. Sticking out of the chest are the ribs. As a skeleton in leather armor with its ribs and head being caught beneath.
I'm gonna step into the room.
Okay. You walk in.
And I'm gonna check the body.
Got it. So as you're kind of searching the body, what does everybody else do? You hear the clock ding 9 o'clock.
Well, it looks kind of cramped down there, so I'm looking at the books.
Okay, gotcha. Do you pull any off?
Yeah.
So as you pull one of the books down, it crumbles to dust.
Oh, I look around and start pushing the dust under the bookshelf.
I love it. And I push it underneath it. I like it.
Let's see if it happens. I'm gonna see if it happens to me too.
So as you open up one of the books, also Fah'zee, the paper just literally crumbles to dust and falls out of the book.
I've never had a book do that before, Fah'zee.
Me neither. They must be really old.
They don't look old.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I
Strange.
touch them, do they disintegrate?
Nope.
Like, just if I take them off the shelf.
Yeah,
apparently.
if you open them, yeah. So if you touch the binding's fine, but anytime you move the book, dust just comes, the pages just turn to dust. Almost like them just sitting there have sort of kept them from any slight movement that prevents them from disintegrating.
I'll look at the book titles and see if anything catches my eye.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Alrighty, so you look through that. I think I do have Grapips. So Grapip, you were searching his body, right?
Yeah, I was searching the body and
yeah. So as you search the body, you see that it definitely was a human, has been dead for a really long time. Doesn't appear to have any objects on it at all. It looks like I take that back. It does have a dagger that's there, and you do see that the has a pouch that's in the back and has a word written in common on it.
ooh, I'll grab that.
It says, "Yeah, made in the city of Greyhawk."
Interesting. What's inside the pouch?
2 copper pieces. 8.
And then the chest, is it locked?
So yeah, as you no, the chest is half open because he's half stuck in it.
Okay.
Like the chest ate him, essentially, is what it kind of looks like.
I'm gonna check that thing for traps.
Oh, that's a good idea. Bad idea.
You want me to do investigation?
Yes, please. All right. So as you're kind of searching around for traps, you don't see anything there. Rip, as you are kind of looking through the list of the books that are there, again, you see that a lot of them are quite old, names that you don't necessarily recognize. But you see one of them is like labeled "The Price of Immortality." You see another one says, the history of Kresk. You also see another one that talks about sort of the painting Fanes, Fanes. Just a lot of sort of titles that you've never really heard of. I don't know if you would grab one of them or not to take a look.
I'm gonna look at the price of immortality.
Okay.
And I'll cast mend on it before I touch it.
Okay, sounds good. So it's bound in a cracked leather, black leather, and you cast mend on it, and then you bring it down. The pages are still in place.
Okay.
As you page through it, you see it speaks of ancient pacts and sort of this thin veil between life and the undead.
I'll go through and cast mend on all the books. Using my finger.
Okay.
With different flexes and poses.
Oh my god. All right, I like it. So as you continue to do that, Grapip, there's no traps in the chest, so you're able to get into it. LillaBea and Fah'zee still kind of hanging out?
Yeah, because it's kind of a small room down there.
It is, yep. So got it. How about for you, LillaBea, same?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It takes like 1 minute to do this.
Oh, so how many times are you going to do it?
Mend 1 minute?
No idea. I'd have to look at the spell to see.
Oh, casting time, 1 minute.
Oh,
wow.
There you go.
Oh,
right,
that definitely changed.
So it's...
All right. So as Rip is working through each minute of the book, Grip, you're able to, or Grap, I'm sorry. You're able to do that. When you open up the chest, you see that there is a letter that's in the bottom of the chest, as well as 3 blank books with black leather covers.
I'm gonna grab everything.
Okay.
What does the letter say?
All right, so as you unroll the letter, it says, "My most pathetic servant. I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on the path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the one who brought me. You are but a worm writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. Your husband took solace in the bosom of another woman, sired a bastard son, and drove you to abandon love for madness. Cursed by the darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. Much prefer you as you are. Signed, your dread lord and master, Strahd van Varovich."
Ooh. Interesting. Things get spicy. Spicy. And then the books and stuff are all blank.
They're blank.
Grab that letter.
Okay.
And the books, and I'm gonna walk out of the room.
All right. So, as she walks out, Riptide, you see there are some other books in that room. As you start to look, you see that these books don't fall apart. You can see that they describe a fiend summoning rituals, necromantic rituals of a cult called the Priests of Ossibus. And Riptide, you are the only one that can read those.
It's because of my
It is.
paper of dexterity.
That's correct. Yes. Nice try. Wisdom, but yes.
I assume you share that letter, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it sounds to me like this family has some weird cultish stuff going on.
Yeah.
There's another door up here.
What was there?
Yeah, right at the top of the stairs when we came up.
Right
Okay.
there.
Aha!
So Riptide busts into the room. As he does, you see an undecorated room contains a pair of beds and straw-stuffed mattresses. At the foot of each of the bed is a closed footlocker. The door to the left appears to lead to a closet. Good, that's correct. The right-hand door is a small wooden door with a metal button set in the wall beside it. A basket of full unwashed laundry appears to have been left beside it.
Looks like there's a couple chests in here.
Fear as though we're running out of time.
Is that the dumbwaiter?
That is. If you open up the door, it's the dumbwaiter. Dumbwaiter. Clothes, you see that it appears that there's like some men's laundry, fine suits, tunics. You see a necktie, some pants.
So adults? It's not like a child's room.
Yep, nope, it's adults.
Okay. What was in this one?
So that's a closet that has what looks like tidy servant uniforms that are in it.
Oh, servants. Okay,
But
that makes sense.
You see in the bucket since you open that up and you come back, there's a much smaller woman's slip. Appears to be mixed with man's clothes.
I think we should take that.
You want the ladies? What have you been doing out in the woods, Fah'zee?
Well, I think it might be something that the beast downstairs might want.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh.
Fah'zee, what have you been doing in the
I'll
woods?
take it and hand it to him.
All right, gotcha. So she hands you the slip. Very silky in your touch.
You know, it's totally normal. The Rip used to wear silkies too, so it's fine. Silky shorts.
There's no judgment in this family. We're accepting of all.
I can sure see that.
Heading up?
Yes.
Heading on up. All right, we are going to be over on the top. Oops, I think I put you all in the wrong order. Whatever order you guys are in. Sorry, I put Fah'zee first.
Right. Oh, whoa. Gotta look out for these spider webs. Don't want getting in my hair.
Yeah, so as you climb the red marble staircase to its full height. Oh yeah, this is the top level. Sorry. You're on level 3. As you climb up to the top height, you arrive at a dusty balcony. The air here is dry and musty, and tinged with a strange sort of coppery scent to it. A suit of black armor stands against one wall, draped in cobwebs marked by age. Oil lamps are mounted on faded oak panel walls, which are carved with woodland scenes of As Fah'zee kind of walks across in front of that armor immediately pushes Fah'zee. Fah'zee, I'm going to have everybody roll for initiative.
Ooh.
Fah'zee, I need you to make either an acrobatics or an athletics check.
Ooh, Rip does not go first.
All right. Okay, I got everybody's initiative. Fah'zee, either acrobatics or athletics. You pick. I'll let you pick. Boy. Oh, that's good. So he pushes up against you. As he does, it puts you into this square where you can feel your feet sort of sliding towards the edge, where you now notice that there is no railing for this balcony that's 30 feet up. And he pushes you to that point. Well, and I guess as he does that, he does swing at Fah'zee. Sorry, that was his surprise, so here comes his attack. Fah'zee, as he hits you, you can feel the armor kind of bangs up against you. I think that was from before. That's okay. Grapip, you're up.
All right.
Can you see it? You can't see it, can you?
Not yet, no.
There
I
you
was
go.
gonna walk up a little bit so I could get into sight. You see my hand just like move up to my little headphone. You notice it's only on one ear, and you guys don't hear anything, but Grapip hears as the battle begins.
Is that Dancing Queen?
Dancing Queen.
That's what I thought it was, right? Dancing Queen?
It's Nancy.
Yep.
Queen.
Yeah.
Nice,
Dancing
I
Queen.
love it. That's awesome.
He's gonna dance right up there. He puts a little bit of bardic inspiration on Fah'zee, and he's just like bumping and jiving with it.
Oh, such a great song.
And then with his action,
That's
he's
awesome.
dancing. Just yeah.
Oh, nice.
Take that. Your dance moves suck, bro. Suck.
As you do that, you see that it completely resists any damage.
Ooh, salty. And then that's his turn.
All right.
Okay, I'll
LillaBea.
step up a little bit.
Alrighty.
Oh, there it goes. I will cast a Starry Wisp at him. So what starts out as just like a little glowy ball in my hand, I'm going to take and throw it overhand like a softball at him.
Nice.
Wait a minute.
I think she applied it right now. I think that's
Oh.
or he did, I should say. He applied it.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. That's a hit. Nice.
And I don't think it needs the... Well, it actually glows now.
Oh, nice. Okay. Perfect. Like it. Gotta code it. All right, Fah'zee.
I'll move to there. And then I'll take a swing at him with my short sword.
All right. Something now that's not working that I gotta fix. You had Bardic Inspiration, even though it didn't go off. Nice. Rip.
Do we get advantage when we're across, like in the?
Yeah. Oh yeah, flanking works.
I'll move to there.
Love me some flanking.
It's okay, Rip. I'll tank this one.
And then I will hit him with my bonus action.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Sweet. Alright, as you hit him, the armor crushes and falls all apart and lands on the ground. Nice job.
As I hit him, I spin and go into a pose.
What does that pose
Wow.
look like?
The nice thing about Bardic Inspirations now is they last an hour and not just 10 minutes.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is sweet.
So, Fah'zee's got it for an hour, baby.
Sweet.
Well,
Is
hey,
everybody
watch
okay?
your step, buddy. You know.
Did it hit you, Fah'zee?
Yeah, a little bit.
You almost tumble-toed right off the edge there.
Yeah, it was close, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Oh my gosh. The Riptide can't go on. I got a cobweb in my hair. 1 second.
I prestidigitation it out.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's get in there.
The spot with the cobweb is now cleaner than the rest.
All right, as they open the door, you hear the clock chime 10 o'clock down below. I thought I had a clock sound, but I don't. All right, so as you enter in, you see these grand doors loom tall on their dark wood frames, enclosing a pair of dusty stained glass windows. The pane is etched with cryptic designs that resemble windmills, once vibrant cube, now faded and obscured beneath a thick veil of growth. Through the dusty haze that prickles your eyes, you catch a glimpse of something through the windows. Silhouette, standing mere inches from the glass, lit from behind a dim amber glow. Still unmoving, mere sight of it seizes your muscles, Riptide, which you have a lot of, right? A vice grip, your limbs refusing to obey your conscious mind. The air around you thickens, the temperature plummets to a bone-chilling cold. Breath fogs the window panes. Delicate frost creeps across them as the house, distance creeps and whispers are swallowed by a heavy silence. The shadow behind the door is nearly formless. Behind the door. Unsubstantial, but its presence invokes a primordial dread of deep within your marrow. Heart beats faster, sweat beating on your forehead, pulse racing through your veins. Slowly the silhouette begins to its head toward. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, the shadow evaporates. The biting cold ebbs away. House quiet sounds.
Hey, what are you looking out there, Riptide?
Oh, nothing. Just caught my reflection in the window there, seeing the Riptide.
Is that a wolf rug on the floor?
Yeah, so now that you ask, you see a rotting tiger skin rug lies on the floor in front of the fireplace, which has a dust-covered portrait of a man and a woman from the first floor portrait above it. A web-filled parlor in the southwest corner contains 2 chairs and a table holding several items, as well as a door with a dark flecked window. The room does contain a matching pair of wardrobes, a padded chair, a vanity, and wood frame mirror with silver. Soft amber glow emanates from.
I'm falling on the bed and bouncing up.
Love it. So as you fall onto the bed, read this here. You immediately see, as you do, the pillow that's next to you sort of kind of falls towards you, and as it does, you feel a large, blood-stained kitchen knife roll out from underneath the pillow. As you flip the pillow over, you see a large blood stain in the center of the pillow with a hole in the pillow, likely caused from it.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. That's a dangerous spot to put your butcher knife. Guess we'll look under the jewelry box.
So, as you guys look in the jewelry box, you find that it's filled with grain. There's an amber shard setting in the center of the box. Exact same amber shard that LillaBea wears. You see there's a roll of parchment that's half buried in the grain beside the shard.
Go to everybody.
Is it your matching set, LillaBea?
Oh, this came from Granby. It can't be from the same thing.
What does the parchment say?
As you unroll it, it says, Drasha, I have selected you as the beast's custodian in my absence. Should the beast grow unruly or show signs of agitation while I'm away, I have left this amber shard to weaken it and soothe it. Should the needs arise, present the shard and speak the beast's name. You speak with conviction, shall obey you in my stead, only for a time. But be sure to be gone from the house before it awakens. So long as the beast draws breath, it, not you, the heart of this house. No meal shall ever sate its appetite. Should you linger in its domain, all of you. Signed.
Well, looks like we better get out of here before midnight.
Yeah, we definitely take that shard just in case.
Yeah, I wonder what the beast's name is.
Yeah. I'm gonna open up the door, the glass door to the balcony.
Yeah, so as you open up the door, you see that there's a wall of fleshy tendrils that encompass the exterior of the house. Now, they don't come up against the glass, so you could technically walk on the balcony, be underneath the tendrils, but you see them pretty much wrap what it looks like the entire building all in tendrils. You can't see anything, not the sky or the outside world.
Oh, jeez. This is getting worse and worse.
So, wait a minute. Elizabeth is the adult
Daughter.
mother here, right?
I thought it was the... Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, there was some shady stuff going on here.
Yeah.
I checked the dumbwaiter again. I'm looking at that as my exit in an emergency.
I think that's really smart. I like that. And as you examine it, you do see that you've looked at it 3 times now. You would fit. There's no doubt about it. And you definitely see it. So buttons there. The dumbwaiter is down on the floor, but you definitely could go a couple floors.
All right. Good to know.
Let me see. I don't think it goes any higher. Nope, that's the size it goes. You're at the top.
What's in this room?
The one that that is just a closet, empty closet.
I also wonder why this floor looks like it's unlived in. Like nobody's been up here in a while.
All right, Rip. So as you enter into that room, you guys hear the clock dings 11 o'clock below. And you see that this appears to be a storage room. There's dusty shelves that line the walls of this room. Shelves that have folded sheets and blankets. There's old bars of soaps as well. And you see that there's a cobweb-covered broom on our wall.
Gonna do some housekeeping.
Who's
Yeah.
Drasha?
Don't know yet.
Good
Was
question.
Drasha the daughter?
No, Rosalind or Rose.
I don't know. Do we know what Drasha is?
'Cause
Rosevalda.
the letter was to Drasha from Elizabeth, right?
Yeah.
If it ever got delivered, we don't know.
I'll take the broom with me.
So as you step to the broom animates and whacks you across the head.
Sorry.
And it didn't do any damage. I'm so disappointed. Let me try that again. Oh, maybe it did it twice. Oh, I see how it goes. Oh, that was really good. All right, and you take 4 damage from it.
Oh my god, I love this.
Ow. I try to karate chop the broom against the wall. I can break it.
Okay, alrighty. Give me an attack roll. LillaBea, you see this outside the door. He's now trying to attack a broom.
Well, yeah,
Well-
my reaction would be the same.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
Aww.
Alright. As you do that, the broom then flies up, smacks at you. And it smacks again. Wacha, wacha.
Oh my god.
I see you like dodging this with your kung fu grips. Alright, your turn. LillaBea, you just continue to watch.
Well, no.
I run out of it.
This broom's beating our tough guy.
Yep.
The broom just sits there. Falls
Kick
back
the
into
door
its spot.
closed.
You just got bitch slapped by a broom.
Nobody saw it but me.
Yeah.
Hey, Riptide, why do you look so injured? What happened?
Nobody hurts the Riptide but the Riptide.
I didn't see
You
guys
hurt
go in.
yourself?
Yeah. It was the old walking on in the broom thing, you know. Like,
I apologize.
stepped
I
on it
didn't,
and
I didn't see you guys went in.
it.
Sorry. So as you enter into this room, you see that dust and cobweb shroud this elegantly appointed bedroom. A large bed stands against the far wall. Its once opulent covering now faded and threaded. Beside the bed, a mildew-covered towel covers most of a dusty yellowed book on one of its 2 end tables. On the far side of the room, you can see a pair of 2 more stained glass doors, their windows flecked with dirt and grime. To the left stands an empty wardrobe, its doors slightly ajar. Mounted beside it stands a full-length mirror, wooden frame carved to resemble ivy, and to the right stands a closed door. As you look around, you notice that the blankets atop the bed lift slightly away from the mattress, as if something is lying atop the mattress. As you watch, you can see the covers almost imperceptibly slowly rise and fall at a low, rhythmic rustling. Who came in this room first?
I did.
You did. Okay, gotcha.
Grap did.
All right,
Yep.
gotcha. So, Grap, yeah, you were able to see that kind of going up and down.
Okay.
Before we go too far,
Yeah.
I was gonna healing word on Riptide.
Yep, that's fine. You can do that. I'm okay with that. We'll just I'll have you do the healing word on that, and we'll just have Grapip and Fah'zee here for a second. So, all right.
Okay.
So you two, Fah'zee and Grapip, while Riptide was fighting the terrible broom, you guys are in this room. What would you do?
I am going to be like, hello? Is somebody here? Fah'zee, can you see? Somebody's like under the covers.
It certainly looks that way.
I'm gonna look at the book underneath the dirty towel.
Okay. So as you look, you see the title of the book is called The Blue-Blooded Lips. It appears to be a raunchy romance.
Oh yeah, it's just the kind of smutty novel I was looking for. I'm gonna open it up.
So as you open it up, you see in the front cover it has a synopsis, and it says it's a story about a peasant's woman romance with a wealthy dude.
Oh.
Just then, Riptide and Bee walk in as you're picking up the book and looking through it.
Yeah, flip through the pages and see if anything pops out to me.
So as she's flipping through the pages, Riptide and LillaBea, you come in and you see that the bed has something underneath it that looks like it has a subtle sort of rise and fall, almost as if it's maybe breathing. And you see Fah'zee's looking around the room, and nobody seems to really notice the bed. Seems to care.
Prestidigitation, like a little breeze on it to see if I can blow the covers off.
Okay. So as you do the prestidigitation on that, you see the covers move slightly, and up at the top part of the bed, you see what looks like a crude restraint for a wrist that was made of barbed wire that's attached to.
Oh, God. It's like a torture chamber. I'm gonna grab the sheet and pull it.
As she pulls the sheet off, she yanks it. You see that in the bed there's an inset of what looks like a body that's sort of laid out with the arms spread out. You can see that there's restraints for all four limbs on this bed. There's an imprint of where that body would have been laying. It is literally covered in cold, dried blood.
Ain't good.
What's in the dresser?
Let me see. The dresser is empty. Nothing in the wardrobe. Door there leads out to the balcony, and you can see it's got the stained glass doors there, and you can see the fleshy tendrils.
Is this a mirror right here?
It's a mirror.
Anything weird in it?
Great question. So as you look at the mirror, see what looks like a spirit of sorts sort of comes into the mirror and looks right at you. It resembles a pale, skeletally thin young woman. All of her fingers and toes have been removed. Eyes are sewn shut. Her lips and teeth have been torn from her mouth. Countless knife-thin scars line her entire body, including the flesh around her wrists and ankles. Her hair has been carelessly hacked to stubble.
Are you Clara?
It continues to look at you, doesn't speak, sort of stares at you with its eyes. They're shut. And then as... Oh, wait. Oh. See it nod its head slowly, yes.
Did Elizabeth do this to you and her cult members?
You see that suddenly when you say Elizabeth, she cowers in fear.
Well, don't you worry. We'll figure this out. We'll put you to rest.
Are you in the... Can we see this, or are you just talking to a mirror?
Who knows?
So as I mean, no, you guys can see it. You can see it there. As you say, you will put it to rest. She suddenly disappears from the mirror. You hear a grinding sound as the wall and the mirror slide to the left, to the right. It opens a secret door. See stairs going upwards towards the attic.
Boy, I think our spooky mirror lady wants us to go upstairs.
I think so.
Makes sense. I'll run up the stairs.
Okay, got it.
I guess we'll all go up the stairs.
Yeah.
So as Riptide runs up the stairs, LillaBea and Grapip to the left of the door that you see. As he runs, he already goes up the steps. There's that other door that's there. You hear the sound of a female sort of humming.
Huh.
Behind that door.
This one here?
Yep.
I didn't even see that when I came in.
Yeah. I'm gonna open it. I'm curious.
All right. So I got you, Rip. You ran upstairs. I got you, buddy. We'll get you here in just a second. Get you moved. Just don't do anything crazy up there.
Oh,
I got you moved there. That's where you would be at. You're over to the right on the map. So, Grapip, as you kind of walk over and you open up the door, immediately when you open the door, the sound of the sort of singing or humming of stops suddenly. When it does, you see that it's actually the song you recognize as the Waltz for Clara, the song that was played downstairs. The air of this small nursery, strangely warm, is tinged with a coppery scent. Blood-red ruins cover the walls and are arranged in concentric circles around the crib in the center. They seem to have a name carved into the side. Strange flesh-like tubes grown along the floor around it. Sparse clusters slowly pull. Looking down, you notice that a small object seems to have fallen beneath. In the distance, you can faintly hear the sound of soft.
I'm gonna
Rip.
start.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna start to play that song on my lute.
Okay. So, Rip, you now can hear the song being played as you move up the stairs, and nobody else is really following you. What would you like to do?
separate the party.
I love it. Keep going, my friend.
No, I'll go back down.
All right, gotcha. So as you come back down, you can see LillaBea sort of standing at those steps right next to you. Grapip's there, and as you continue to play that song, Grapip, the pulsation almost seems to match.
Do we have time to investigate this, or should we go up to the attic, guys?
Well, I think we should check it out. Keep playing, it seems to.
I'm gonna keep playing the music and try to find the source of this baby's noise.
Whimpering. So as you get closer, it sounds like it's inside the crib.
I'm gonna go up to the crib.
I'll help you keep beat. I'll flex my pecs to the beat.
You know what I love? I like that. You know what I love? Fah'zee's like the farthest away he can possibly get. He's like all the way across the room.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, nah.
I'm good. I don't want any babies, right?
Hey, if something's happening, I want to be able to use my bow.
I love it. That's great. That's a good call. So as you guys walk in, you can hear that faint little crying in the crib itself. There's a sort of a cover of cloth that's over the top of it.
I'm playing music, so somebody else gotta grab it.
It's a deadly baby.
Who's gonna grab it?
I'll grab it.
Chucky. Here comes Chucky.
It's like the same size as us almost. I'll grab
yeah,
it.
it's
music fills the air, and
right. So as you pull off the blanket, you see that the crib is empty. There is this small item that's on the floor, and as you get closer, you see that it's a severed human finger.
jeez, like an adult human.
Pretty good finger, yeah, pretty good sized finger. And you see inside the crib, when you pull it off, the name Walter has been lovingly carved into the head of the crib.
Oh, so this is the third child, I guess?
Yeah, the bastard baby.
I bet you this
No.
is the monster's name, Walter. I bet you.
No, they said the baby was stillborn.
The monster.
Really?
As we're talking, I'm rubbing the finger on my.
Oh, do you
my
pick up
pec.
the finger?
Yeah, I pick it
Okay.
up and I'm using it to
It's going to
rub on my
attack him,
chest.
isn't it?
Don't worry, you got Fah'zee. He's got arrow trained on that little finger. So as you pick up the finger, you see that there are tiny tooth marks all around the area that's been severed. Tell that it looks like a baby has eaten away the side of the finger.
Told you, it was the baby.
Oh no.
Walter White, it's the baby.
Walter White. Evil through and through. All right.
Oh, we didn't go. There was one more room, like right above us. Like another door.
Oh no. There's nothing in there we need to see.
That's
Oh.
funny.
Okay.
Too funny. All right. Well, that's okay. I used the wrong room for a wrong room, but that's all good.
Oh yeah, that's the one with the broom. Huh?
Yeah, that's the one. Yep, my bad. All right. We'll just say it was all one room.
Oh, gotcha. I thought it was the same room.
I did too. I think I clicked on the wrong dot. All right. So you all head upstairs.
I can see the broom from here, even though we didn't open it up.
Nice.
You see it up against the wall there? I was wondering because I'm like, I don't see broom. No.
Oh yeah. So yeah. I
I
probably.
don't know
forgot
why
the
we
wall.
can see.
I probably forgot to put a
see it.
wall in it. All right. Let me drag everybody over. Hang on. Get the order. All right. Everybody should be to the right. To the right. This is pretty good. We're getting fairly close to a stopping point.
Can't see anything.
Can't see anything. Is it dark?
To the right.
Dark?
To the right.
It's not that it's dark,
Oh,
it's just
there we go.
we couldn't open the door.
So as you walk in, you see a bare hall that is choked with dust and cobwebs. Several doors lead from this attic corridor, including a door held shut with a padlock, or that you're just walking.
Oh, this one?
Yep.
I have never seen a lock that I didn't want to open.
As you guys walk in, you hear a small creep. The door to the south, as it slightly moves forward, moves back, almost as if a wind is kind of. But yes, go ahead, Grapip.
I was gonna try to unlock that
Go for it.
padlock.
You definitely can try. 100%.
Do you want me in the tower?
Sure, that'd be great. I'll let you know if you need to reroll. Definitely not gonna need to reroll. It's a 20. So you quickly make work of that lock.
Hey guys, look. Hey Rip. Want to do the honors?
Sure.
It's this door right here.
I love Rip going into all kinds of doors. I love it.
All right.
All right, Rip. So as you open that door, yep, walk right in there. I love it. Good job. Perfect. Right there. That's
Yeah.
Yep, we'll keep you right there.
Gotta rip it open.
Gotta rip it open. All right.
Rip it open. Rip it good.
So as you take the padlock off the door, you see this room contains bricked up windows flanked by two dusty beds, size for children. Closer to the door is a toy chest with windows on its sides. A dollhouse that's a perfect replica. It's a dreary edifice that you stand in currently. Its furnishings are draped in cobwebs. Lying in the middle of the floor are two small skeletons, wearing tattered but strangely familiar clothes. The smaller of the two cradles a stuffed doll that you also.
Oh. What do you see, Rip?
Just some dead people clutching a dollhouse.
Yeah.
So as you say that and look, you hear to the right of you, looking straight forward, hear a very small young voice say, "Hello? Hello?"
Yeah, it's Riptide.
So
Hey,
Riptide,
Rip.
as you
You
turn,
can call me Tide.
you see this. Standing behind the box coming up. Oh, did it go to you or no? Did you see it?
No.
Oh, hang on, I know why.
Loading.
Yeah, it's probably a
Loading.
PNG. So as it does, you hear the voice of a young female. She says, "Hi." See whether she has a book in her hand. You see a small little boy with a doll next to her. Says,
Hi, I can't see you yet.
what? Oh, good. I'm going to share for everybody then. Thank you. He says, "Are you? Who are you?" See the little boy sort of hides into her cloak or her jacket that she had. Kind of steps out, and they just sort of come around the corner and sort of not stand over the skeletons, but kind of near the skeletons, almost oblivious.
Aww.
She says,
I'm Riptide, Tanglefoot or Tangletoes. This is my siblings over here.
"Hi, Riptide." And you see she kind of peeks her head around the corner and sees Grapip and Fah'zee and LillaBea. You probably see him. She says, "Why are you in my house?"
We're trying to get out of here, actually.
"Me too. The door hasn't opened in quite some time. They may have forgot about me."
You know how we get out of here before midnight?
Maybe. I know how to get to the basement, but I'm not supposed to go down there. Tell anybody, especially Miss Clara. Not be
The
happy.
basement. We haven't seen a basement yet.
Oh, it's hidden. My mom and dad still fighting? They fight a lot.
No.
It upsets Thorn. My name is Rosavalda Durst. It's nice to meet you. You can call me Rose.
Hi, Rose. I'm Rip.
Hi, Rip. This is Thornavold Durst. You can call him Thorn. My brother.
Alright. The Rip will call you Thorn.
Thorn sort of looks at you and clutches the little kid a little bit tighter.
So, how do we get down to that basement?
I don't think that's the way out, though. I'm not supposed to know.
What's the way out?
But with my book, I'm a powerful magic user. I can cast lots of amazing spells. Took it from my dad's library. I hope he doesn't care. I've been trying to keep it quiet. Learning spells. I'm gonna be powerful.
Well, let me see the book. What's the title here?
So as you look at it, you see that there's no really title on the book itself. But as you open it up, you do see there are arcane spells that are written.
Ooh, I can see what they are because I can read anything. Arcane, divine.
See a mending spell, a light spell, and a shocking grasp.
Ooh. By shocking grasp myself, I can get my hair to stand up more. It's like the Michael Jackson move. All right. Yeah, that's some impressive spells.
Thank you. He said, could you, She looks over to the carpet. She says, Those need to find a rightful place, don't you? Looks back to you.
Yeah, where do you think they should go?
You, mind, burying them in the garden outside? I want to be in my family because it's allowed to go in the basement.
Sure, if you can help us get outside, we'll bury him.
She says, okay. So she comes over and she sits down next to the dollhouse. As she does, you can see the dollhouse contains many small dolls that sort of picked these tiny little molds of things. And as you look, Rip, you see that there are 4 gnomes in the attic.
Creepy.
You see that this is exactly the same layout in the dollhouse that is in this house. When you look back, the positions of Fah'zee, Grapip, and LillaBea are exactly where small dolls are located in the dollhouse. She says, see, you're here. She points and she says, this is, yeah. And so she says, I think that's where that one is, that's where you're standing.
Oh, the Riptide.
Yeah.
Where's my, there's no gnome figure there, is there?
There is. Right where you're standing.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, yeah.
Yeah.
I do the flex and point. Oh, look at the rip.
Yeah. And you see that they are painted, and the hair of that one is sort of a vibrant color painted.
Oh, nice. I like the color tones to do.
Says, then she kind of points, and as she does, she points to the room that you had accidentally entered in before, on accident, and she says, there's a door. She points to you where she indicates a secret door, and you see she has a little lever next to it, and she pulls it in the dollhouse. The tiny little door opens up. You see a spiral staircase that goes all the way down to the bottom of the dollhouse.
Ooh, all right. So I'll roll up this carpet with the bones.
Okay.
All right, we'll go bury him in the garden. See you later.
As she says that, Thorn says, Rose and I come with you? I'd like
sure.
to come help.
Yeah, come on.
It's okay. You see he reaches out to touch your hand.
No. We don't touch the rip, man. We don't touch the rip. You're gonna mess up my oil. I got a whole skin conditioning routine.
Thorn quickly pulls his hand back and buries his head into Rose's sort of dress, and Rose looks at you and she gets sort of a stern look and she says, "What do you mean to Thorn?"
I wasn't
trying
mean.
to
I just
touch
I got a skin routine I got going on here. Trying to get to 105 before I get a wrinkle.
Who are your other friends then? Maybe we can like to know who we have with us.
My brother, my sister,
And their names?
Fah'zee, LillaBea, Grapip.
You guys see she looks out the door, and as she does, she sort of waves to each of you sort of subtly. Her fingers sort of kind of moving, the 3 fingers back and forth as a subtle wave.
All right, go ahead. Let's I try and carry these remains.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Let's go, everybody. This is Rose and Thorn.
I have a soft spot for kids, and so I try to do a fun little prestidigitation to amuse them.
Okay. Thorn kind of peeks the eye out a little bit out of the covers as it looks, and you see a little smile comes in the corner of his mouth. Looks and he says, "You didn't happen to find my wolf, did you?"
Hey, LillaBea.
Oh, I do. I have some toys that I found downstairs.
See his eyes light up big and wide. He says, "I love my toy." Puts his hands out.
I'll hand it to him.
Takes the toy and snuggles up with it, puts his chin on it. This is the best wolf ever. Name is Wolfie. Rose kind of smiles.
Do you know the name of the beast downstairs in the basement?
Thorn says, "You're talking. There's scary things in the basement." Rose sort of slightly rubs the side of his head and says, No, nothing scary.
All right, we gotta get moving, people. Is it in here?
Yeah, it's in there. Yep, you're right.
All right.
And Rose comes out and says, I can't leave the room unless we with you.
What do you mean?
She puts her hand out. Way I can leave.
I'll grab her hand.
As you grab her hand, you immediately see Rose sort of shrinks down and completely goes almost like sucked into your hand. Feeling this sensation of something coming over this child's little hand sort of reaching towards your soul as it comes in. Almost feels as if you remember the draining of the soul at the Velvet Mirage, but this time it's more of it's like this enlarging soul where it just kind of fills you. You can sort of feel this sort of fullness fills into the chest and comes all throughout. Here in your head, Grapip. So good.
I hear what? Sorry.
It says, oh, it feels so good. And you sort of take a big breath, and as you do, Grapip opens his mouth, but Rose's voice comes out and it says, please don't forget Thorn.
Alright, well that's creepy. So can you carry both of them, Pip?
I'll try, I guess.
So you reach out and touch, and as you touch Thorn, you feel the firmness of something that's alive, right? That you can feel the flesh of this creature, even though it's definitely spectral as you touch it. Rose was, right? But it feels like it's alive. You can feel the heat coming from his body, the breath coming in and out of him. It does not enter into you.
I don't think I can. I think someone else needs to.
As Grapip says that, the voice of Rose says exactly what he said.
Do we really think this is a good idea? You're possessed by a ghost child.
But these children, they were stuck and we can help them. Why wouldn't we want to help them?
Rose's voice says all of that.
We can help them if we go and bury their, put their bones to rest.
But what if their souls are stuck here in purgatory forever?
Thorn sits there all cowering in the room.
Yeah, it has to be either you B or you Fah'zee, because I only put perfection in this body.
Well, against my better judgment.
You put your hand out?
Yeah.
As you do, you see Thorn shyly kind of puts his hand out as well, and he looks towards Grapip. And you hear Grapip involuntarily say, it's okay, as Rose's voice. LillaBea, you feel this gentle touch of the spectral hand. Suddenly, quickly, whoosh, disappears. You feel the urge and the feeling of chest feels like it's going to explode from what's there. You suddenly feel profound sadness, fear. But then sort of wanes as it goes by.
Okay, little fella. Let's get you out of here.
As LillaBea says that, you hear Thorn's voice. Very quiet, very subtle. Kind of comes out as she says that. Not believe you two just allowed you to be possessed by ghosts.
Yep. And I'm
Grapip
supposed to
is
be
gonna-
the wise one.
Grapip sees a kid and Grapip goes, I'm gonna help you. Like,
Oh.
that's just what Grapip does.
Well, I had to go back over and look at my flaws and motivations and everything.
Yeah.
It's
Ah,
like,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so Grapip and LillaBea, they've got Thorn and Rose. Got it. All right, Rip. Fah'zee, you good with this, or are you heading out the door?
No, I can't get out the door, can I?
No, you can't.
I'm kind of trying to figure out how we're going to bury these bones in the garden if we can't leave the house. But I figure Rip's got that all under control.
He's got it all figured out, I'm sure. So, no worries. I'm sure he's got it all figured out.
I mean, he's my older brother, so.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's go.
All right, Rip. You going in? It's Rip. Was possessed
Rip was possessed.
by those ripping muscles.
Rip. R.I.P.
He was just talking just a minute ago.
I know.
Like,
There's that door at the end of the hall that was billowing open that we never did.
that's
Which
true.
one?
That is true. You want to go check it out? The one to the south?
Oh, the one to the south?
Yep, the one to
Yeah.
the south.
I'm gonna ask Rose in my head if I should be looking at that door or if we ignore it.
So as you look in that way, let me see. Oh, it says
User in your channel timed out.
Yep, we lost Mike. Maybe I'll log back in here in just a second. I didn't see him drop out yet. So she says her mom used
User
to
entered
stay.
your channel.
You back, Mike?
Test.
Hey, see ya. Here we got you. Can you hear us? Mike? Rip?
Rip.
Rip?
Rip. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna send him a message. I bet his headphones died.
Oh, yeah. Whew.
We can you hear us, Mike?
Yeah, my headset or my AirPods died, and like TeamSpeak, if you try and switch, just locks up now. I don't know what's up with
All right. Well, I figured that's what it was, so I figured it's about that time. This is usually the time it happens, I think.
Yeah.
So they were just going to peek in that room to the south, just so you know. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Alrighty. So, Grandpa, as you go and open up the door, you see this cold, dust-choked room contains a slender bed, a nightstand, a small iron stove, a writing desk with a stool, an empty wardrobe, and a rocking chair. A frowning doll in a lacy yellow dress sits in the northern window box beside a tarnished old cobwebs drape it like a wedding veil. The
What
doll
is this?
you see is the exact same doll that Thorn was carrying.
Is this doll important to you, or can we leave it?
Oh, you'd say that back to LillaBea?
Yeah. Or no, to
Rose?
yeah, to Rose and or Thorn.
Thorn. I gotcha. So immediately, LillaBea, you hear Thorn's voice. Clearly loves toys, right? That's my toy, right?
Oh, I think we need to take it.
I go to pick it up.
Okay, gotcha. You pick up the toy. As you do, there's a tag on it.
Made in China.
What's that?
Made in China.
Close.
Hong Kong.
Close. So it says, is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Is no fun, is no Blinsky. What does that mean?
Did that ice blink?
Nope, it just is there.
All right. Well, let's get these down to the garden here.
I open up the music box.
As you open up the music box, you see that there are 3 pieces of parchment. Sorry, 2
Okay.
curled up pieces of parchment and 1 folded.
See what's written in there.
So one of the rolled up ones is this. The other rolled up paper has this.
Ooh, yeah. Nothing's loaded just yet. Okay. Ooh. Got a list of names for recruitment. The Shrine Quarters altar. I'm going to share it with everyone.
Okay.
And then the folded one was...
Yeah. One may take a minute. Sure. The map.
Ooh. Do I recognize this map?
History check.
Sorry, I gotta get up over there.
No.
I don't know this land at all.
I bet I do.
All right, go for it.
You said history?
History. Yep.
Survival?
What does your paper do? Does your crumpled paper help you with this at all?
I'm gonna silent cast guidance on
If
him
you are not
with my
already
free ability.
Guidance, sure.
Oh, it's forbidden lore. Yeah, this helps me out.
All right, give that.
Because I'm proficient with it.
Yep, give that a roll with advantage and guidance.
And guidance because of my feather.
Perfect. And then you get another D. What is it? D4 or D6?
D.
It's a map of Barovia.
Oh.
Oh, that's what the that invitation said earlier.
Yeah.
Any idea where we are on that map?
It's at the "You Are Here" marker.
I'll throw you a bone. Hold on 1 second. Second. There you go.
Village of Barovia. Nice. Okay.
Must be at this creepy house here.
Yeah, probably. Just
Well,
spot on.
guys, I think that we better get a move on it. I don't know what the recruitment and the Shrine Quarters altar thing is, but it's got to be close to midnight. We got to get the heck out of Dodge.
So as you move quickly through the storage room, you see a dusty chamber packed with lumpy and squat shapes, draped with white dusty sheets. An old iron stove stands on the right side of the wall next to what looks like a large trunk covered by a sheet.
gonna, in my mind, ask Rose if she knows what the name of the beast is.
Okay. All right, gotcha. She answers back, I don't know of any beasts. I don't know what you're talking about.
In the basement.
There's a sheet over a trunk in this room?
There is.
I'll pull it off and open the trunk.
All right. As the rest of the people go down, or start making their way down, you walk over and rip it off, and as you do, find a corpse inside the box. Wounds consistent with the spirit's body that was seen in the nursemaid's suite. One without the fingers and toes, and the eyes are sewn, and the mouth's wide open.
So this is probably Clara's body.
Feel as you do that, there's a cold breath that comes across your shoulder, an unshakable sense that you're being watched.
I quickly take a look over my shoulder and see what's there.
So as that happens, LillaBea, I think you're in the hallway, right?
Yeah, I haven't come in yet.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So as he does that, you see he immediately looks to you in the window behind him. You see apparition of Elizabeth Durst staring at the player near the chest, or staring next to Fah'zee.
But it's outside the window?
It's looking through the window at Fah'zee. But as it sees your eyes, it swiftly vanishes.
Ooh, creepy.
Does Thorn react?
That's a great question. So Thorn immediately, when that happens, LillaBea looks at you, Fah'zee, and you hear Thorn's voice say, "Mommy." No, she's gone.
That's so sad. It's okay, Thorn. We're gonna get us out of here. No time flat.
Here, Rose's voice comes out of Grapip's mouth as it says that.
I'm going down the stairs.
All right,
Yep,
going down the stairs. All right, I think this is a good place to call it. We'll call it here. So,